Alright, that's just how we
Title
go.
of my first sex tape.
Alright, session 41, journal entry. We last left off in some sort of lab with a strange, odd glowing pillar in the center that seems to feed off magical energy. We decide to search the area thoroughly and find some items among the lab equipment, and then Ophelia decided to search underneath the water that's right outside the lab door. She jumps in to the dark, mucky liquid and immediately sinks to the bottom like a rock. While down there, she finds a submerged passageway leading to some sort of hallway and closed door. She sadly can't reach it due to rubble and muck blocking the way. Elduin hoists her up, and we decide if it's possible to get down there. We decide against it in the end, however, and take a short rest. During the short rest, Elric tries to connect with the mace mentally and cannot. He then searches his belongings, only to find that the mace is not where he put it. Elric then panics and frantically searches, as he knows in his mind that the mace will lead to a cure for his curse and possibly powers untold. Ophelia manages to convince Elric to wait a while everyone takes a rest. She promised that she would help search for the mace afterwards. When the short rest, with the short rest ending, Elric strips down to his underwear and jumps in the dark pool of liquid where he believed he last had it. After all, he was standing close to the edge of the pool a few times during the last combat, so maybe it fell in. After a while of searching, however, Elric came back up with no luck of finding the mace. Fearfully disappointed, Elric got dressed and decided to give up his search for the mace for now. The group then decided we should head north in the ruins and end up finding a room with spiderwebs coming out from underneath the door. Ophelia, in her vast wisdom, decides to light the webs aflame. The fire starts to spread to the other webs behind the door, and suddenly we are ambushed by a nest of phase spiders trying to defend their home from the dastardly Ophelia and friends. A lengthy battle ensues, and the phase spiders prove to be no match for the Holy Trinity in the end. As Elric runs through the burning door, Rhea uses magic winds to get rid of the flames, but it's too late, as most of the loot has already either exploded from the heat or burnt away. We do, however, find a chest full of items that was only slightly charred. After dishing out the items we decided to head back up to Char, and we all split up taking care of some personal tasks of our own. Elric and Clank stumble upon a reoccurring theft issue in the market, and then meet up with the group to tell everyone about it. During that time, Ophelia realized she had also been robbed. Ophelia's bag of holding has been taken by an unknown party. Ophelia then decides to cast magic, somehow detecting that her stolen bag was actually really close by. Ophelia and the others follow close behind as she bolts through the tavern kitchen and causes the cooks to get angry and call back up to deal with the situation. Ophelia then slips out the back door while Rhea uses calm emotions on an angry cook trying to grab Ophelia, and that's where we left off with Ophelia booking it after whoever stole from her. I think. Is that right?
I would like to clarify that Alwyn is not with the group. He went and set up in the square to post up for the night looking for the thief.
Good stuff. I forgot about that.
And also, isn't Elduin talking to the mace?
Okay.
No, that's Elric. Elduin, yeah.
Elduin,
He was.
Okay.
Oh, he came back, though.
Didn't have time to include
okay.
all the details. Okay.
Just the Elric details.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's Elric's journal. Elric can do what he wants. It's his party.
Sorry if I forgot things for you guys. I've been busy, but I'll try.
My journal, my choice.
Exactly.
All
right. So it is the 32nd of fall at 7:30 p.m. and I think you were heading out of the Maplewood to try to figure out where the thief went. You don't see anyone as you went out the back door there, I don't think. But you did use a detection spell, right?
Yep, and I know where it's going.
Yeah, it looks like How long does that detection spell last?
10 minutes.
Alright, so yeah, you'd believe the item, the bag of holding, to be heading towards the marketplace.
Oh yeah, I'm just booking it immediately after.
I'll follow.
I'll follow too.
Alright, so it's kind of late as you get to the marketplace. You come in kind of at the southeast corner. Melody is Melody is outside her shop closing up. She smiles as she sees you all kind of come off the field into the market. Says, "Oh, hello, friends."
Can't talk, and I just keep blindly running because I don't want this thing to get out of my range of the spell.
Alright.
Oh,
We
with
gotta
the
lean on the
direction
feet.
of their
Keep running.
travel, would Alwyn see anything from his invisible rooftop perch
Now-
in the market?
Does Alwyn know that this is all happening? Or is he just kind of
Yeah,
on
he
lookout?
left right before they all got up and left because she was yelling about her bag missing, and that was about the point that he left. Is they were like, "Where did the mace
Oh,
go?"
but
And then at that point,
I
he
mean,
was
you
like,
don't
"My
know
bag's
about
gone
the
too."
chase,
even
though.
if you don't know what we're chasing, you're bound to see us at some point.
Right, or
Yeah.
see
Running
somebody
towards
running
something.
through the market, because that's literally what I went to the marketplace to set up for,
Just to
is
watch
watch
odd
for
things.
shifty people, yeah, and weird events in the
We are
market.
definitely shifty.
Well, so far, it's mostly just businesses closing up for the evening. What's your passive perception?
It
15?
is, yes.
Oh, I'm 17.
So at this point, you
14.
would see kind of from the southwestern edge of the market, your group kind of come running in and like looking all around as if they might be looking for someone or something.
But nothing ahead of them, prior to them.
No, there are people moving through the market, but you didn't see anyone like running in or anything.
I'm not going to reveal my position. I'm still invisible on the rooftop.
Okay. Just hanging out. Could you link your spell again?
Yes.
Me?
Yeah, your locate spell.
Oh.
Yeah. Do do do.
Okay. Alright. So actually give me so that was whose bag was that?
This is my bag.
Ophelia's. Alright, let me look at something.
Ophelia Bedelia.
She's on a Michelia to get her Begelia.
3-5 phobia.
No, you missed it to get your regalia. There you go.
Oh!
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so mad. You're
The
so
fuck is
fucking
a
witty. That was so
Hmm.
good. Regalia is defined as the emblems or insignias of royalty, especially the crown, scepter, and other ornaments that are used in a coronation.
Well, I don't know. Fuck it.
Is your gold and money in the bag? I assume so, right?
I didn't have a specific spot that I ever wrote it down. I just kind of had it there. I do have some stuff that I carry on me personally, so I don't have to interact with my bag to take it out. But I would assume probably, yeah, my gold is in there.
Alright, so you don't sense the object within 30 feet of you. You haven't sensed it for a bit since the kitchen, but it does seem like the object is still to the northwest towards the market. Your bag,
Yeah, so wherever I'm detecting it, because I can know like the location I need to run, and I know
Yeah.
it's within 1,000 feet, so I am just sprinting as fast as I possibly can so I can keep it within that 1,000 feet to hopefully get within 30.
And you're all with her, right?
Yeah, we're all following her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
throughout this all, I am just like going as fast as I possibly can, not stopping to talk, not doing anything, just like on a deadbolt.
Yeah, we all just breezed by Melody. Like, talk to you soon.
Good evening, Melody.
Alright, so at this point, Alwyn, you would definitely see your group moving through the market. This is pretty obvious. They're like kind of bumping into people and pushing past them a little. You would get to a point where you sense the bag within 30 feet again.
Okay, so now that it's within 30, I was never within 30 feet.
Yeah, it was 1,000 feet away when we first started sprinting after.
It was within 1,000
Or
feet.
within,
Oh,
within
okay.
1,000. Yeah.
That's right.
I've never been within 30 feet of it.
So
If
yeah.
I'm within 30 feet of it, I know the exact location.
Alright, so you would detect that it is in one of the closed up merchant stalls up ahead.
Okay, and I know
We
like
surround
where
it.
it's at in the merchant stall.
It's somewhere behind the counter. Probably on the floor, you would guess.
Okay, well, is there like a person nearby?
No, most of these stalls are closed at this point.
Okay, well then I just jump right over.
Alright, so you jump over and land on a pile of your stuff that's all spread out on the ground. It looks like the contents of your bag of holding were emptied. The bag is laying next to it.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, I immediately pick up the bag, throw everything back into it.
Alright, so you would notice a couple of things missing.
Yeah.
What I was going to ask.
So the 2 scrolls are missing. Looks like the money is still there. They probably didn't have time to pick it all up. This probably happened pretty recently. You're guessing maybe either they saw you coming or they knew something was up, but it's hard to say what exactly. But yeah.
So I lost those 2 scrolls.
The 2 scrolls and
Damn.
let's see. Is there anything else that would have looked valuable? Is your backpack in the
Well,
bag
at least
holding?
I
It's a weird place for it.
shouldn't be.
I'm
Is it?
assuming
Oh.
the stuff that's unchecked
Sorry.
is in the bag of holding,
I
right?
think that I
Correct.
did move it in there when I was
Everything-
playing Ophelia because
Oh.
you are encumbered.
Was the
Yeah,
wyvern egg in there?
The
No.
wyvern egg was not. I did
No,
have
that's
that
been
out
in
when I
his
bought
arms.
the blanket for her. Yeah, when I
She's
bought the
been
blanket.
cradling it and carrying it around since we've been in town. She's specifically
Bacon egg
roleplayed that.
syndrome.
Interesting. All right.
Like a Pokemon trainer.
I was all excited to get a blanket for it, so I pulled it out and I've been cradling it in the blanket because I guess in character and out of character, like I want to be giving it love and like nestling it with warmth, like I would think like a mother wyvern would do.
All right. So the other thing is the art object that's worth 200 GP is missing. So the 2
Oh,
scrolls and the
no.
art object.
Hmm.
You want me just to delete them straight from my inventory?
Yeah, for now anyway. I mean, you might be able to get them back, but
Well, I'm
keep
taking-
track of what they were, because I don't have that written down.
It
Fuck,
was-
I just deleted them.
What were the scrolls?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It was a scroll of banishment, level 4.
Damn.
There was a scroll of gentle repose, level 2,
Okay,
And then the art object?
and the art
and
object.
then the art object.
All right, so yeah,
Or 200
everything.
gold pieces.
Yeah, and it looks like the gold was mostly left alone. Like I said, probably the thief knew they didn't have time to start grabbing it all, so they just grabbed the things they thought were going to be worth something. So you're gonna, I assume, just start putting everything back in the bag.
Yeah. And then I really quickly asked, "Do I cast locate object so we can hunt down this thief for another item?"
Sure.
Alwyn, really quick, give me an active perception check.
With pleasure.
That's just what
Wow.
he was
All right, so you're just kind of watching them, like, oh man, what's going on?
Dang it.
Alright, so what are you all gonna do?
think
I assume
that-
you're gathering all your stuff into the bag, right?
I'll tell Ophelia,
Yeah.
go, keep following if you can cast that spell. I'll get your stuff.
Okay. So then I immediately, I'm gonna cast Locate Object again, and this time I am going to do it on the Scroll of Banishment.
And I'll stay behind and start scooping the stuff into her bag.
Alright, so you are heading towards the Scroll of Banishment. So you would sense something kind of actually kind of in the direction you had just come from, southeast of here.
Okay,
Take
so
over back towards Melody.
I'm straight up just blind running after this again.
Okay, and like the rest of you are kind of picking up her stuff.
No, I think just
Ken's gonna
Rhea.
follow.
Yeah, I think the others are probably going to help her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I taste blood.
give me a dexterity check.
Me?
Yeah. Or actually, I guess all of you, if you're all trying to run after her. At this point, whoever it is booking it. You think they know you're onto them.
Dex or stealth?
Dex. Because I assume you're trying to make your way quickly towards the object.
You sure?
Alright. I guess, yeah, I would assume it would be Dex for running. I guess athletics could be a possibility. But you start to fall behind. You're like intermittently losing the ping on this thing. It seems like whoever it is running back towards the Maplewood Inn.
Okay, well I just keep going back to the Maplewood then, if that's where I think it's heading.
Alright, give me... Yeah, I guess give me athletics, because running is more athletics than dex-based.
Oh,
Duh. Alright, so unfortunately it would be mostly Ophelia because she has to lead you all. And with that, I think you would have lost the person. You're not sure where they went.
So it's out of 1,000 feet, right?
Yeah, they got ahead of you enough that you don't know where they are anymore.
Okay, I want to just keep heading in that direction just to see if it picks up.
Alright.
You think they went underground?
I think they're really, really fast.
Ophelia is not a runner. Alright.
I'm not cut out for this.
Sorry, what'd you say?
I
Oh,
thought
you're not
cut
cut out for this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Elric actually didn't roll too bad. But yeah,
He's
so
just trying to give Ophelia some support, being like, yeah, this is real
this
real
is
tough,
hard.
yeah.
That's tough. So yeah, you would get to the Maplewood Inn. You're sort of looking around. Keep going past that.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going in that direction. If I don't pick anything up from the Maplewood, like the last direction, like, you know, that I felt it, I'm just gonna keep going that direction. Just like
Alright.
dead on.
So
And
how far are you
yeah.
going? Just to the gate, like over here?
I'll keep going to the edge of the wall.
All right. So yeah, you would get to the wall, but still nothing.
Okay.
They might be using magic. I know there are magics that can prevent things from being tracked.
I am going to head back to the Maplewood, and I don't know how long. It's probably past 10 minutes, right? Now.
At
that I
this
ran all
point,
that
yeah, it would
distance.
probably have worn off the spell. I mean,
Okay, then I just go, shit. Sorry, guys.
I'll finish gathering the stuff up. I'll check in with Alwyn, let him know what happened, and then head for the inn.
All right. Are you gonna
Just
stay posted up here watching Alwyn, or are you gonna head back to the inn?
Oh well,
No,
actually,
I'm
I
gonna
might not
stay
know
up
where
here
you.
invisible.
I might not
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I don't know where you are then, so never mind.
All right. So you're up high, keeping an eye out. You're
Yep.
in like a tree or something, maybe on top of one of the shops.
Up on the roof is where I had said is that I set up where I could look up and down the market where those thefts had been occurring and the break-ins and stuff. That's where I'm at right now because Alwyn has suspicions he wants to put to rest about the white hair issue.
All right. So yeah, you all meet up at the inn a little while later. We'll say it's like 8 o'clock at this point. Meet up in your secret room. Or not secret room.
Didn't
but
you just see
room.
Ophelia sprint into a stall and attempt to grab some stuff and then leave?
Yes. Yep. Sure did.
Just keeping
Yeah.
an eye out.
I put a hand on Ophelia's shoulder and I try to console her and say, if there's one thing I hate more than anything, it's a thief. They deserve to die.
Well, I don't know about dying, but yeah, thieves are not cool. They're not fun. It's there's
His way of trying to console you.
yeah. And I'm just like, oh, thanks, but maybe we don't kill them.
Shock.
Aren't most nobles thieves?
Eldwin gives a chuckle.
Funny one,
There you
Clank.
go. Bring
Coming from-
politics into this. So Shock is going to say, do you think it was one of the Bloodhands? They're the biggest thief organization within the town limits.
Why would a
They,
bloodhand target Ophelia specifically?
Well, I assume because they know you all have valuable things. He says, I mean, I don't know for certain, and I don't know if we should go accusing them without evidence. It's just something that came to mind. Who else would it be?
Well, Shock.
Maybe one of Blackwater's mercenaries? He's kind of mad at us as well.
Trusty friend. We
Do you
have
think there
found
was
some white hairs at the previous crime scene, and they do not match Ophelia's. I think our thief has white hair. I don't know if you have noticed anybody around.
He ponders that for a moment. He says, no, someone with white hair, I think they'd be pretty distinct. I know Ophelia stands out in a crowd with her white hair.
Aw,
True.
thanks, Shock.
He nods. Says, I can certainly keep an eye out. I can spread the word to some of these survivor slaves who still owe us a favor, obviously, and maybe they can keep an eye out. See
Thanks,
if we
Shaq.
see
I
anyone with white hair.
imagine this person is quite skilled at staying unseen, seeing as they've been able to at this point, and somehow snuck this off of Ophelia's person.
Yes, it does
you
seem
think-
like a good bit of talent and danger to be able to risk that in the first place. That's why I was thinking it must be someone from the guild or one of Blackwater's mercenaries. This wouldn't just be some kid stealing a coin purse.
Do you think they were trying to steal my bag, looking for a specific item that somebody might know we have?
I mean, Blackwater did seem upset that we didn't have the dagger, at least from what you told me.
Did they take that obsidian dagger that you have?
No.
No, so that one. Well, the obsidian dagger isn't what he was looking for. Who has the dagger? That's Orcard still, right?
Orcard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they were looking for it. Again, I'm just throwing out ideas. If you are allied with the Bloodhand, though, maybe they know something. I mean, this is their territory. They would probably know anyone with talent who's stealing things. Or at least I would hope so.
That is true. They assured us before, or Shaith assured us before that it was not them who was stealing from Char.
If it's if it's a new initiate from them, it would be very unwise to steal from us.
Be a very lucky or very skilled initiative. Again, Ophelia is a very dangerous and risky target. All of you are. Well, as I said, I'll do what I can to get some information on this, talk to some of my people, but maybe there's another avenue you could pursue through the Blood Hand. He would just go back to drinking and listening.
Real quick, I think we might need to go to apologize to some of the workers for our disruption earlier. So I'm gonna go do that real quick. If anybody wants to join, and I kind of go to stand up.
That seems wise.
Eldon will go to join.
The workers?
Yeah, when he sprinted through the kitchen and just caused that scene.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, you go back there. They seem fine with your apology. I mean, I guess give me a persuasion check, but you'd have advantage.
And I'm apologizing just because I explained that, some items were stolen and I was currently chasing the thief.
Excuse me.
And you said persuasion?
Yeah, go ahead and do a persuasion. So the kitchen staff would, they would understand. They say, well, I mean, no one likes to have things stolen, so it makes sense.
Did you guys? Sorry, I'll let you finish.
It makes
Did you
sense
guys happen to see? Sorry.
It makes sense that you would try to sprint after whoever took it.
Did you guys happen to see anybody coming through here right before us?
Guy thinks. He says, no, just the normal kitchen staff, I think.
Must have been an invisible creature of some sort.
Did any of your kitchen staff suddenly leave during that incident in time?
Thinks. He says, no one suddenly left. I mean, we had a shift change actually a little while before you came running through.
When you say a little while, approximately how long?
Scratches his chin. He's like, oh, I believe maybe 5 minutes before. We had a couple of
Is there anybody that is a new hire here that was on this new shift?
Says, well, not too new. I mean, we did have that one girl come in about a week ago.
With white hair?
He would say, I thought she had blonde hair. The guy says, yeah, I think she has blonde hair.
Would we be able to check the schedule?
He says, yeah, I mean, you can look through some of the names if you want, and he would bring out the schedule. None of the names would look familiar to you, though.
That's okay.
Can you tell me the name of the new hire?
Give me, who is looking at the schedule?
Clank is.
Give me an investigation. Alright, so you would notice as you're kind of looking through the names, one of the names, the way it's signed, which is something that you actually have a pretty good grip on, like how signatures look. One of the signatures looks a little bit different. In the most recent week.
Who's signature? Interesting. I guess I would before saying anything, kind of pull Ulrich to the side and point out.
So basically, people sign in for their shifts, and you would notice, like, all the weeks prior, the signature looks one way, and then, like, a week earlier, or a week before, like, it would look a little different for that week.
Yeah, I would pull Ulrich and Eldwin to the side and point at the two signatures. Say, this one's new. Somebody might be hiding.
Well, I'm not. An investigator, Clank. I'll leave this up to you.
How
I
vastly,
am.
how different do the signatures look? Do they, in a way, like,
It's a new person.
okay.
Somebody is disguised as somebody else.
I mean,
So
to
it
you,
would-
what's your passive investigation or perception?
17.
Elduin.
Oh,
14 is
But-
your
y-
passive perception. What's your
Yeah.
investigation?
11 would be my passive investigation.
So to you, these would not look that different. Like, if you just looked at it without what Clank said, you would think they were the same signature.
I don't quite understand. Like, they look the same.
Us Kenkus, we like handwriting a lot. We get obsessed with little details, and the important details are different. They changed this past week. I think somebody's hiding.
Well, I guess your guess is as good as mine. He just shrugs his shoulders.
I would say it might be better, Elduin. Sorry.
Hmm.
I trust Clank
What
is
might be
a
better?
master of these things. His opinion on these matters, I think, is probably the most important out of all of us. Or his guess.
I guess I would go back to the boss after pulling Elric and Aldwin and
Alright.
decide.
So you give him back the sign-in sheet or the scroll where
Yeah.
people sign in.
Yeah, I've made a mental note of it. But I ask, who is this? And I look at the one signature that is different.
He looks at the sheet. He says, "Oh, that's Kelly. She's not new. She's been here a while."
Ah, yes. Yeah, I assume she is not new. She may be acting a little different this past week.
He thinks. Says, now that you mentioned it, she has been less talkative than usual. Not like obscenely so, but she
Yeah.
has been a little bit quieter. But
And she
nothing.
live around here.
She actually stays at the inn. I think she has a deal with the innkeeper. She gets.
Oh, Vernie.
Yeah.
Good old Vernie. He's a good guy. Well, good halfling.
He nods. He says, "Yeah."
Interesting.
Could we talk to her by any chance?
Yeah. I mean, she's supposed to be in tomorrow, so and talk
And
to
she
her
stays
then.
at the.
And at this point, Alwyn, is there anything you want to do in the market, or are you just kind of keeping watch?
Keeping watch.
Alright, so you're just watching out as it gets darker. And he says, "Yeah, tomorrow I can introduce you to her. You think she's the one who took your stuff?"
No, I think she might be in trouble. She might need help.
He nods and says, "Alright, well, if I see her, I'll make sure she's okay. I guess we
Yeah.
could go check her room. She might be upstairs."
I don't want to invade personal space, but if somebody's life is in danger, it might be worthwhile. I want to help them.
Give
Friend,
me
what do you
a-
think?
give
You
me a
are far more
persuasion.
wise than me.
Alright. He says, "Yeah, we should probably be best if we didn't invade her privacy. If I see her later, I'll tell you, or I can send her to talk to you."
Or better yet, don't tell her, and don't send her to us. It'd be best if she wasn't aware, because if she's not who she says she is, then she may flee.
He says, "You think she's been kidnapped and someone is impersonating her?"
With magic, anything's
Oh,
possible.
I haven't thought of that. That could explain some things.
With magic, anything's possible, I say.
Well, yeah, I can keep an eye out. Actually, give me a persuasion on that, Elric.
Okay. Persuasion. I hope it's good.
Alright.
Nice.
Hey.
Says, yeah, you're probably right. We should maybe try to figure out if she is who she says she is, just in case. I'll let you know if I see her.
Chef, I forgot to catch your name, or maybe I didn't. Sorry, Lou. I just
Who, the one in
wanna
charge?
mark that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Clint,
dude, we're talking to Chef.
this is Chef Boyardee.
Oh, I am so
Sure,
embarrassed.
it's canon now.
Chef Boyardee.
It's pronounced Buyardi.
Yeah, it's pronounced Biardi, actually, he says.
It's a canon event.
It's
I
it's
love your ravioli.
it's an Orsonian name.
Ah,
Yoy,
have
this stuff's good.
Yoy. Yeah, Chef Biardi. All right.
Boyardee. Okay. Right, are you writing that down, Lou?
Oh, it's in the NPC.
Oh my
Man.
gosh, that's great.
Chef Biardi. He
It's in
says,
the
"Yeah,
Google
I've
document. Can't go back.
can't go back." He says, "I've enjoyed serving all of you your meals in the room. You've been very generous tippers, so I'm happy to do whatever I can to help you out."
I'm Clank. Your raviolis are really nice.
Well, thank you for taking the time to talk with us, Chef.
Of course.
And I hand him a gold piece as a gesture of thanks.
He says, "Oh, thank you." All right. Well, I'll be in touch if I see her. Good luck to all of you in finding and figuring out what's going on with her.
Can I have some of those mini meatballs later, Chef?
He says, that's on Tuesdays. We don't do mini meatballs on Friday.
Ah,
Okay.
All right. So what does the group want to do?
Should we plan out our next
job.
move?
Well, I was
Perhaps-
interested in going to the market and just watching to see, but I see if the thief strikes again.
For the record, the chef's first name is Ettore, and he went by Hector.
oh,
That
Or-
was the real Chef Boyardee.
more.
Or you
And
know.
he's
I
from
just-
Cleveland, Ohio.
I
There's a
had to look
statue.
it up.
More
Hector
chef lore.
Biardi. All right.
Chef lore.
So Alwyn, while on watch, it's getting later. The market's pretty much abandoned at this point. But you would notice a familiar face kind of moving through the stalls. Not really hiding, but you would be surprised to see them out right now. Or maybe less surprised because the fact that she is a drow.
Ooh, I'm getting excited. It's my girlfriend.
It's your
She just
girlfriend.
doesn't know it yet.
So she doesn't notice you up there.
That's
She's
not
just kind
creepy.
of it's not creepy. It's up on the roof watching her. It's not creepy.
She looks like my future ex-wife.
Not creepy at all. But yeah, she kind of is moving through the market. You're not sure what she's doing here. What do you want to do, or do you want to do anything?
Nothing at this point. I'm gonna watch her while keeping awareness of if anybody else is with her, around her, or if she's signaling to anybody. This is what I trained for.
This is what you trained for. So you would see her go to the stall where Ophelia lost her stuff. And it looks like she's looking around. She kind of hops the counter and goes back inside.
Hey.
You can't see what she's doing now because she's kind of bent down under the counter.
And you said she does not seem to be trying to hide.
No, I mean, it didn't seem like it. It just seemed
We're
like
always
she was.
trying to hide.
She was kind of keeping an eye out, but she wasn't like stealthing. She was just kind
Gotcha.
of trying to remain casual, I guess, as she walked through the market. Maybe sort of trying to keep out of people's view. I mean, no one's really here, but yeah, she wasn't really hiding. So she would be in there for a bit, And a little while later, she would pop out and just keep making her way west towards the
Maybe
dark
she's
water.
tracking. Like, no.
Okay.
But what do you want to do?
This is an observation mission, sir. I'm going to continue to observe.
Continue to observe. Observe and report.
Yeah, that's my job.
All right.
There's not much I can do that will allow me to maintain my invisibility.
Yeah.
I think as soon as I do about anything, it disappears.
And that is that like the invisibility spell?
Yes.
All right. So that will last about an hour. So it's probably gonna wear off soon. In fact, at this point, it may have worn off already. So you might just be hiding at this point. You are kind of up on the roof, so it's harder to see you up there.
Yeah, still stealthing and in the shadows, like focusing on as much stealth as possible.
Alright, does anyone else want to do anything today, or should I just pass the time? Let me know now, or we will move on to the evening and next day.
Move along, little froggy.
So you keep an eye out in the as it gets later and later. You see the guards are now kind of patrolling the market, keeping an eye on things. It's getting really hard to see. Because, your dark vision only gives you like 60 feet. Then you have to rely on the guard's torchlight in the distance. But you don't see anything out of the ordinary. I mean, you would guess if she had just stolen something, she probably isn't gonna... Or the person probably is gonna try to steal something again on the same night.
No. She doesn't have white hair, though.
Who?
Ayara.
Oh, Ayara? No, she has red hair, which is kind of weird.
Correct.
Usually drow have white hair.
Hmm.
But
It's
anyway,
a wig.
It's a wig.
The carpet doesn't match the drapes.
So give me upkeep for the evening. However you're living, all of you.
So would I have upkeep for the evening being on the watch?
I mean, you probably still spent money during the day, like on alcohol and supplies and food and stuff.
When he got that job, you said that it let him.
Oh,
Yeah,
are you?
yeah, 4 days. 4 days of moderate lifestyle left.
Okay, so yeah, then you already are
Or-
paid for that.
Is it moderate? Modest. Oh, I wrote too small. Sorry.
Cool. Who all am I paying for?
Me, please.
I'm picking myself.
if you've got
Cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
Not I.
Riala, you want modest, comfortable?
Yeah, modest is fine.
You don't
Well,
want
we're
to
doing the suite, right? Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I think you all are living at least comfortably. Most of you, anyway, because you're, or at least those of you who are in the hotel at the suite, and you also have the room that is like a private area.
Cool.
So probably at least comfortable for everyone but Alwyn, who's doing his own
And you're
thing.
Anybody
you're
else?
taking that out of party funds or your own funds, Frank?
Party funds.
Okay, because I have a few
Those are
pieces
my
of gold.
funds.
It's just like
Oh,
Rhea hasn't
shoot.
like taken anything that we've found so far, really, except that one
Rhea,
of them.
can I reach into the bag of holding real quick? I forgot you were holding it. It's got my wallet in it.
Oh, of course. Here you go.
Needs to get his wallet out to pay the tab.
Cool. And that's 10 days of comfortable living for me. I don't know if that matters.
So you're starting to get a bit of a reputation beyond what you already have within the town. I'll say...
I don't know if I'm supposed to have been tracking that, but I've been doing comfortable every day that we've...
Yeah,
Same,
if
we
you're
all
doing
have. Yeah.
anything above modest, you want to be tracking that.
Okay.
So at 10 days, which is 2 work weeks, I'll say you have one kind of a middle class contact, like maybe a merchant or something that you make.
Cool.
Is it, Lou, is it changed for each person what their benefit that they get?
No, it should be the same.
Because you told me I got a charisma modifier of +1 to all people talking in Char.
For the 10 days of comfortable?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or was that from
You
religious
sure
work?
that's not wealthy or religious stuff?
Oh, maybe it is for
Like,
religious
I
stuff
think it was
instead.
downtime stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Oh.
might be thinking of like an actual downtime project you did.
Okay. Well, I am also at which I thought we should be equal, Matt. This brought me to 11 days.
I took 1 day of wealthy.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
I had 9 days of comfortable and 1 of wealthy, and then I switched over to back to comfortable to get day 10.
yeah, so
I
2
thought
weeks.
there was no wealthy living in Char.
There's
only
no
com-
aristocratic. You can live wealthy.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
what Blackwater's up there doing.
Oh.
Yeah, wealthy
That
would be
was-
more like hobnobbing with like the gem merchants and Blackwater and like some of the more like maybe some
I
of the
thought,
government people.
wow. Okay. So how many? I haven't really been tracking the days. How many days have we been in Char so far?
I'm guessing
Like-
11.
Well,
That's what me and
but
you
some
have.
of that
We were
from
here.
Oh,
Yeah.
true.
because I didn't know we were supposed to track this either. So like I haven't been tracking Ria's days, but it would have been just since we got back here.
Yeah,
Elric
anything.
came back to Char a night before us. Elric came back with the guards before
did.
Elduin's trial.
Yeah,
Mhm.
anything above modest, you want to record how long you've been
Oh.
doing it.
I think it's
I
5
haven't
days.
done that on any of my characters. Wow. Okay.
I guess we've been here 4 days, right? Everybody, is it 4 that we've been back?
Okay.
And
Sure.
then I came back a night before, so that's 5. 5 I've been living comfortably. I need to write that down somewhere.
Alright, well, in any case, I'll say it passes to the 33rd of fall. At 8 a.m., you all wake up nice and comfortable
Leveled
in your
up.
sweet beds. No, you're not leveled up.
So that would also give me a Char contact too, then, right?
Yeah, like a middle class contact, which you
Okay.
can use to help you with stuff. At least I don't think.
So
those are
with
leveled.
my safe haven, is there any way I can reach out to the local network to see? It says you can use them to provide access to a hidden safe house or assistance in finding information. Can I reach out to any of those people within Char?
Can you link that?
You
I
did.
have.
Ooh, boy.
So in this town, that ally would probably be the Blood Hand, like Cithril and her
Okay.
people. There probably isn't like a separate group out here just because you are on the frontier areas of the Empire. There's nothing really out here in terms of like profit or a reason for the network to have people out here.
Profit.
So yeah,
Okay.
Cithril would
So
be the
basically,
one.
it'll do nothing for me then, because we think that Cithril's behind it.
Yeah, it could be risky if you don't trust her. But they can also provide those benefits if you want to work through the Blood Hand.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Yeah. I'm just trying, like, because there probably would have to be some sort of conversation to be had with them, with the faction. Of, like, if I suspect they're doing it, then I'm kind of like seeing if they're doing jobs or what's going on. But if they know I'm affiliated with Ophelia, they're probably not going to tell me anything, so they wouldn't. I don't know how we would play that out, I guess.
You might have a friend within the Blood Hand who maybe you can trust more than the normal Blood Hand organization.
Yeah, just go have a drink with your friend, with your buddy, and chat, and maybe it's not official contacts.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go that route. I like that.
So yeah, maybe the network has someone in the Blood Hand who is sort of loyal to the Blood Hand, but more loyal to the network. So they're kind of working with both of them.
He's loyal to the Blood Hand for a paycheck.
Yeah, maybe you know that person. Let's see. Yeah, but honestly, like, also, you could probably get the same aid from the Blood Hand. Although, yeah, if you identified as being with Ophelia, which I guess they probably would know already because you have been working with her. I
Yeah.
don't know. All right. So yeah, what does everyone want to do today?
Should we? Did we hear back from Father Duval?
What were you listening, or what did you ask him to do?
Rhea doesn't know that the hammer or the mace isn't in Clank's bag of holding because she hasn't been like pulling it out and checking on it. So we had tried to go see Father Duval, and we'd left him a message saying that we had the object that we need his advice on, but they wouldn't let us in to see him.
Oh, right. He would have come that evening. We'll say maybe
Okay.
he got held up because he didn't show up because we forgot about that.
Well, right. And obviously it's kind of moot now, but obviously I would be very alarmed that the mace has gone missing, and I would let Clank and Ophelia know, and I'd give Clank his bag back.
So we'll say you got a message from the front desk that Father Duval couldn't join you last night, but he intends to join you today in the evening.
Oh, okay. Well, then I wouldn't have checked the bag yet. Okay. I thought you meant he came by. All right.
So yeah, what do you all want to do today?
Can I share with the group what I noticed Ayara doing last night and what I have found out through the observation? Basically, that, she either might have been involved or was tracking somebody and went to the west of town last night.
Sure, you can tell them that over breakfast.
Okay.
And actually, you all would know that Ayara is in the dining room, like in your secret or in your private area right now.
Well,
She
Can I
usually
go talk to her?
She usually hangs out there during the day because she doesn't like being out in the sunlight.
I'm gonna go have a chit chat with her.
Fucking bitch.
Sure. So you
Okay,
go.
maybe she did it for a reason.
So you go back.
I want to go too.
To
He might be tracking the thief.
Did you I mean, you told everybody that at the table, or what?
Yeah, told them what happened, and then now knowing that Ayara's there, that I'm gonna go talk to her and
Let's
kind
all
of
go.
broach
Let's
the
have breakfast
subject.
there. I want to hear the conversation.
All right.
Yeah.
So she is back there, sleeping on the couch. You would see her laying on the couch, just kind of eyes closed, and
Ophelia runs in and tosses the couch.
No, I'm like, she did it
Knocks
for a
over.
reason. It's okay. There's some explanation.
I'm gonna go up
and as you
and
get closer,
okay.
Ophelia, do you have knowledge nature, any of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
You think she's trancing?
Oh, I would know that because I'm an elf. She does the same thing I do.
Yeah.
I would, well, maybe suggest you
I would
don't
tell-
have too much ignorance.
I would tell Ophelia to pluck a hair to see if it's a wig.
As you're all
Good way to
over
get
there
cut. I would
talking,
rather.
She says, it's really awkward for you all to be over there talking about me when I'm right here. And she would open her eyes.
Oh, I think we're gathered around her, not like over there.
All right.
We're
Yeah.
on top of her talking
Like, it's
about her.
completely blatant.
So she would open her
My
eyes.
hands halfway out going to pluck a hair.
Elders respond, kind of an uncomfortable spot to be sleeping in, would you think?
She says, yeah, I should probably just get a room, but... Ugh. She gets up and stretches a little. She says, is the sun down yet? No, it's not. Damn it.
It's not.
What
Sorry
are you all
to
doing here? You don't
wake
usually
you
come
from
here
your
till the evening.
trance. I wanted to chat with you a little bit.
So
I
basically,
noticed
she's
you
been
were-
camping out in our rented dining room since we only use it in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed last night that you were in the market and you ended up over where Ophelia found her stolen bag. And just
Oh.
kind of trail off there.
Yeah, I didn't think anyone was watching me.
What were you up to?
I noticed you guys chasing someone last night, and I saw them jump into that area. but I didn't see where they went after that, so I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Well, I appreciate the help. I noticed that you were tracking back off to the west when you left. Was there a trail that way, or had you just finished your investigation?
She says, no, I thought I was following a trail, but there were actually a couple of trails, so I didn't have a good
Wanna
way of knowing.
insight that.
Yeah, you think she's being honest. She says, I didn't really
Right.
have a good way of knowing which trail was which.
Maybe your tracking skills will be a little better than mine. Mine seem to favor wildland areas.
Says, no,
When Ophelia
I'm-
lost her trail, it was back towards the Maplewood. I don't know how interested you are in continuing this search. We would appreciate the help. They left the market heading southeast back towards and possibly past the Maplewood Inn.
She says, I appreciate that you all think I'm a badass at everything, but actually I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to tracking. I was just following footprints. So if you have any
Alwyn's
idea
got
how
that
to track
look
things,
on his face like when you realize your heroes are real.
they're not perfect people. So yeah, if you know anything about tracking, you should be the one checking out that stall, not me. I just thought I would see if I could figure out what was happening.
Okay, well, I sure
appreciate
appreciate
your
the help.
Ayara.
And she says, also you missed a few gold, and she hands you 2 gold pieces that rolled under the counter.
Just for your help, Ayara, you can keep that.
She flips them up in the air and catches them and says, how kind of you, and pockets them immediately.
If you want to rest in my room during the day, you absolutely can. I'm sure it's better and more private accommodation than having
me
your
a-
hair plucked in the dining room.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. This is not like a ploy by any means. This is him showing appreciation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Right, yeah.
I think you failed your deception check. The group doesn't believe you.
I guess.
So she considers it. She says, aren't you going to need your room to get your things? Also, do you trust me around your things?
I think if you wanted to take my stuff, it would have been long gone by now. And with you helping us out, it's the least we can do to show our appreciation for that. And like I said, you're less likely to be messed with there. I'm only using the room in the evenings. I've only ever been up there typically after dark. So it would be your room for the day and mine during the night.
Give me another persuasion check. She says, I wouldn't want to inconvenience you by mistake. I don't mind the diner. I can always call for food or drink every now and then. This couch is kind of comfy.
Ayara, if you'd rather, you can split a room with one of the girls like me, rather than a guy, if that's what you're uncomfortable about.
Oh yeah,
She
absolutely.
laughs. She says,
Or-
sweet summer child.
Or
That's
me and
not what
you
I'm
can
uncomfortable
split a
about.
room, Ophelia, and she can have my room.
She says, anyway, I appreciate your concern,
Yeah.
all of you. I'll be fine here. I might just get a room of my own at some point. Yeah, crickets.
Thank you so much for the help, Ayara. I'm sorry, I have to admit to you, I jumped to some bad conclusions, thinking you may have been responsible, but I appreciate your help.
Has anybody incited her?
I did. I nat 20
Okay.
the insight, and Lou
Alright.
said she was telling the truth. That's why
Okay.
I'm
I
apologizing.
see.
So she shifts some of her long red strands of hair aside, revealing her purple pupils, and she says, comes with the territory. I wouldn't fault you for being a little suspicious of me. I mean, I did steal your dagger in the first place, which started all this.
Oh yeah, you did.
I did. She smiles. I actually am very good at stealing things, so yeah, if I wanted to steal your stuff, that's true. Alwyn, it would probably be gone.
Alwyn nods.
Says, but I'll stay here. How about this, Alwyn? You buy me a drink tonight. We could talk about things.
Deal. Thank you.
She nods. Says, all right, well, I'm going to go back to trancing for a bit. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help the group.
Sounds
She
good.
just
Thank you for
kinda-
your time.
She just kind of sits back down or lays back down on the couch. She trances by laying down, it seems. What do you all want to do?
I
I'll
would
let
be
you-
interested in attempting tracking this, Ophelia. Where did you last have the track?
Lou, where can you tell me that I last picked it up 1,000 feet away?
Well, when you last had a bearing on her was near the Maplewood Inn. That doesn't mean you were near any of her tracks, though. You were just going in the direction that she was going.
Correct. And I knew it went past the Maplewood, or like it stopped about at the Maplewood.
You would guess she was probably... Well, how far away can you detect? 1,000 feet?
1,000 feet. You said a she?
Dun dun dun. So let me see. So actually, you probably would have lost it around here, and you would have guessed that she was in that area.
And then when I went down to that area, I noticed nothing, right?
Yeah, you ran towards there, and you kind of lost track of her.
So I
Like somewhere
explained
out
that-
here, maybe?
I explained that I lost her on the outskirts of town to the southeast.
Yeah, you would guess she's still inside the walls when you lost her. So yeah, actually, you might be able to figure.
I'd like to start tracking from the southeast side of the Maplewood Inn, starting to work back and forth from northeast to southwest, trying to pick up tracks.
Can I, while he's doing that, I'm gonna cast Locate Object again on the scroll.
Alright. So... Let's see, Alwyn. So you're looking for tracks.
Yes.
Ophelia, you cast Locate Object. And you would actually detect the scroll again.
Alwyn, I feel it.
Where is it? Where do you feel it?
It would be southwest of you.
Southwest of me.
Okay, let's go slower this time. We don't want to give up our position. Ophelia, come with me.
I'm gonna
And
summon
I'll-
a wild companion to, like, probably like a hawk or something, and have it watch them from the air. But I'm not gonna go with them because more people might clue the thief in quicker.
Alright, so it's just the two of you going?
yeah, I want a small party.
Alright, what about Elduin? What are you doing during this?
I'm gonna go up to the Blackwater estate. I would like to try to talk to Blackwater to see if he has any certain books about a certain name I learned last session.
Alright, if you go up to the Blackwater estate, the guards would say he's not accepting visitors from your group anymore.
Could I tag along and just kind of like bother Elduin?
Oh god.
Just
If Elduin would have brought you, because you would have no idea he was going up there
Oh,
unless
yeah.
he said something.
But if he stood up and from the breakfast table and walked out of the inn, like, couldn't Elric have decided to follow him?
Well, I don't know. Did you leave from breakfast or?
Oh, gotcha.
I slunk out of the table, so I'm actually sitting at the bar.
Ah,
All right. So yeah, Elduin, do you think you would have brought Elric with you?
Probably not.
No.
Or-
Unless he wants
well,
to like
or
be
do you think-
sneaky.
Do you think you would have told anyone that you were doing this? Might be a better
No.
question. Okay. So
I would not.
yeah, if you're playing it close to the chest, then you probably like maybe from your room later just walked over there. But
Yeah.
you would find that he is not, or at least the guard would say he's not admitting your people onto the grounds anymore.
I'll just ask them if there's anybody else that has any available books around town.
I don't think so. Blackwater does have the most extensive library, at least in this town.
Okay.
He says, not something I do, though. I'm not a big library person.
Is there a way I can possibly change his attitude towards us?
So I don't know. He's pretty angry at your group. At least from what it sounds like.
Okay.
I could tell him that you stopped by, but I can't promise that he'll get in touch with you.
I guess that's better than nothing. And Eldon will leave the estate.
Alright, so you two get to a cave. And you would sense that the scroll is inside.
Ophelia, do you want me to go inside and check it out under invisibility? Or do you want to go in there and pow? Holy smite these suckers.
Well, I was thinking if we found the person responsible, I could hold them. But I have to be within 60 feet, and I don't know who it is. I don't want to cast it on just a suspicion. So yeah, why don't you go check it out?
Let me contemplate something here. Of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from direction. Do you want to give Pass Without a Trace a shot to go with me?
I think that would be lovely.
Okay.
Does that require concentration?
Yeah.
Yep, concentration up to an hour.
Great.
Okay. So Alwyn would cast that Pass Without a Trace before we get up to sight lines of this cave and start to stealthily sneak into the cave.
What was Clank doing during all this?
Well, everybody just left me.
I guess he's still
Rhea's
having
still
breakfast.
here.
Okay.
Where is
Rhea,
everybody?
yeah.
He's
I
with-
think Eldon,
he's with
after... Yeah, I think
Alright.
Eldwin, after being barred from the estate, he'll just go back to the Maplewood and hang out with Clank. Just
Alright.
be a good guy.
Eldwin, Rio, I would like to stretch my legs. Do you want to maybe just wander around and sightsee?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
Should we check in with the chef on whether or not that one worker has come in today?
Ooh,
Oh, good point.
always the wise one. I always forget little details like that.
So Chef Biardi would tell you that he usually works in the afternoons. So he'll let you know later.
Great.
As for the two of you to the south, you would sneak up to the cave. Give me stealth checks.
I just have a plus 10 bonus.
28, alright.
If this would load, there we go. Hey!
So you sneak into the cave. You don't see anyone in here. It just looks like a normal rocky cave, but according to your spell, you're getting very close to your scroll.
Okay, well, I'm gonna keep following the direction it's telling me it is.
I assume you light up a lantern or a light spell or something.
You have dark
We have
vision,
our-
Ophelia?
Do not have dark vision, but I do have. Do I have goggles of the night on Ophelia? No, I don't think I do. I think that's other game. I do have that continual light rock that I keep on me.
Alright, so you use the rock to sort of light the area up. Going
And my holy
inside.
symbol glows too.
Okay, yeah. Glowing inside, you would see the scroll seems to be behind one of the cave walls. Which seems
Really?
odd to you. You walk towards it. Give me a perception check.
Both of us?
Yeah, sure. All right,
Thank
so
goodness. Jeez.
Ophelia would notice that the rocks here look a little bit odd. You think that you might be able to move them to reveal something. Do you want to move them aside?
Oh yeah.
All right, so these are kind of heavy, but you manage to move the rocks aside, and kind of behind them, in a kind of like cubby hole in the cave wall there is a chest. To believe your scroll is inside.
I open the chest.
All right, so you go to open the chest. It
Actually,
is
before I
locked.
open it, I'm gonna. Okay, I was gonna say I want to check it for traps before I open it.
You don't see any with your passive perception.
Okay. Well, then I am just going to take the chest.
All right, so you take the small wooden chest. Sounds like it has a couple things inside it.
Is it small enough to drop in her bag?
Yeah, it's not very big.
All right,
Nice.
so I drop. I'm gonna put cave chest in the bag. And can the hawk thing, if I spoke to it, would it be able to relay that information to Ria? Would I know that?
I think so. It's too far away from me to hear it immediately, but yeah, I think that it would understand if you. Well, no. Sorry, I'm thinking of my warlock familiar. I think you'd have to like give it a note or something and tell it to deliver it to her.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, and I know that, I am going to use a sending spell and send it to Ria and ask her to use Hawk to watch the cave. We have found the items, but no one is here.
I will respond. He can only stay an hour, but he will do so.
All right. And then I proceed to turn to Alwyn. I say, do you think we should notify the rest of the party then, and maybe keep an eye on this cave and see who comes
Yeah,
for it?
I'm tempted to stay here in the cave.
Stay in the little hidden wall section, so
Yeah.
fall out when
it's
they
not,
open the wall.
It's not big enough to fit a person.
Gotcha.
Open
So-
the rocks and I'm your prize.
Just leaps out. Ah,
Well, if you're
But
going to
if
stay
the-
here, I will go let the rest of the party know.
Yeah,
Okay.
if the cave has little dark corners or something, you
Yeah,
could
that's what
probably-
I'm gonna do is basically hide in the dark.
right. So you're hanging out here, hiding in the dark, while Ophelia heads back to the inn. You would find everyone gone at this point. Or wait, actually, I think Elric is still there, right?
Yeah, you find him halfway through a bottle of liquor
Mhm.
already.
I go up to him and I say, sorry to interrupt your fun, but duty calls.
Has it been an hour? Sorry, I noticed the familiar just poofed.
I didn't know what that was, but I can assume.
Oh, that's fine. If
there.
Alan's staying, she was just gonna make a fuss if somebody came towards the cave while they were inside. That's all.
No, it's just
No, it's fine.
yeah.
I say to Ophelia, oh, did you find something?
Well, I found the scroll at least and some other stuff that may have been stolen. I don't know what's in it. I found a chest in a cave with at least some of the stuff that was stolen from me. So I'm thinking we can wait there and see who's going to come and try to retrieve the items or put more in there, and we can find our culprit that way.
All right, I'm bringing this with me. And he grabs the liquor.
So would the familiar would see that we are kind of congregating there, so Ria would know, right?
No. She wouldn't see through her familiar's eyes. It's only within 100 feet.
Yeah.
So
I just sent him with you so that it could either come back and get me if something went wrong, or make a fuss if something came into the cave behind you. So you guys a warning.
I guess if I would have known that, and since Alwyn is staying, and I sent Rhea the message kind of backwards, can I call the familiar down? Either we can do it before I left or after.
Well, the familiar would probably still be with you, actually, because I don't think you You can't give it commands from as far away as you were, right?
Right. I just told it to follow them and
So it
like give
would-
them warnings if it could, or come tell me if something goes wrong.
Yeah, so you'd probably still like see it flying around outside the inn, just waiting for you.
If you like wave
If
at
I-
it, I imagine it knows you and would come down. But
Yeah,
that's
wanna
up to
wave
Lou, I
at it.
guess. Yeah.
It lands up on a post and is just watching you. This is an owl.
Well, it had landed on a tree branch near the cave entrance while they were inside. So
Is this an owl?
a hawk. Or
Hawk?
I think is it whatever the other. There's a few different flying birds, so I summoned it as like a. I think hawk is one of the.
Alright, so the hawk gives you a hawky look and just screeches at you
Hawky
from
look.
up on top of the sign for the inn.
I scribble a quick note on some parchment, letting the party know, just like the real basic outlines, like found items in cave chest, in cave. Please head to south, and I kind of give like approximate directions. And then I hold it out and I say, "Can you take this to master?"
How smart is this bird again?
I don't know. I've never summoned it as a hawk before. Let me go see.
Does
if I
it
can
has
find it.
animal intelligence, kind of, right? Maybe
yeah,
a little
it's
bit
whatever
more.
the familiar stats. Yeah.
So it would screech at you again, and it'll fly down and peck at you, so you offer advantage for a round, then flies back up.
Oh God.
So when it comes down, I try to wave at it again. I was
Son
like,
of a
"No,
bitch
no,
bird."
take this." So like I pull out a little bit of rations and I try to like hold it
Oh,
in my
give me
hand,
a-
letting it.
Give me an
Try to
animal
know.
handling.
I mean, it's Faye. Just saying. It's not a
Yeah.
beast. But...
I need some fey handling.
Well, yeah, I'll use animal handling. It's fine.
Okay.
It's still kind of a beast. It's like a fey beast. So you offer it some food. Maybe it'll peck at the food a little, grabbing it from you, and then fly back up to the canopy and start eating it. Nom, 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 nom.
Sorry.
This fucking
This
bird.
fucking bird.
Elric.
I imagine Elric's just laughing at you right now.
Are you gonna help or anything? We gotta let the party know. I don't know where they're at. You're just watching.
Ophelia, I am not with it, and then I drink some more of my.
It's fine. It's 9 a.m. He's drunk already.
Yeah.
I use mage hand and I slap it out of his hands. I said, "Later."
Oh. Yeah. Just one
Alright.
shot.
I need you to be able to perform.
So Clank.
No limp
cutting,
dick over here.
cutting over to you, Clank, and the others. What are you guys doing? Just walking around?
Yeah,
I'm following Clank. Yeah.
Yeah.
that was my idea. Just
Yeah.
walking around the
Networking
town.
and gathering I don't know, info.
Are you-
Hanging out.
Pick Little Johns.
Are you doing like a downtime activity, or are you just kind of?
Just
Walking
stretching
around
the
doing
legs,
nothing.
morning walk,
All right.
looking at the flowers, sniffing them.
So it's pretty much a normal day at this point.
But we wouldn't be spending too long doing that.
How long are you
I
going to be
imagine.
spending doing that?
An hour, half hour.
All right. So the hour would pass, and after that, where are you going?
Well, friends, is there anywhere you would like to go?
It is now 10 a.m.
Just thought I
Aldwin,
read.
Rhea, is there anywhere you want to go? Otherwise, I might want a coffee.
That's fine. Is there a good coffee place?
I mean,
Never
you
really
can
had
certainly buy some coffee in the market.
I don't think I have anywhere to go right now, so I'll be happy to have some coffee.
All right. So
There's
you're
a shop called Starbucks.
you're passing some time in the marketplace. At this point, Elduin probably still gets some looks every now and then from the townsfolk.
Yeah.
Just because there's still a little bit of a stigma about him.
Mhm.
So what about Ophelia? Because I know Alwyn, you're just waiting. What about Ophelia and Elric? Are you doing anything all this time?
I'm being berated
I,
by Ophelia.
Being yelled at for
yeah, I
drinking.
want to see if Elric has anything that we can help notify the party.
Yeah, the bird continues its vigil, just
I-
watching you up from the inn sign.
I can go buy some incense and charcoal and summon my little, owl.
I have incense and charcoal if you would like some.
Well, this ritual takes a while.
Well,
if you want
let's
to.
go meet Alwyn first, and then maybe we can do it down there.
All right.
So we head back towards Alwyn in the cave.
All right, you
blow his cover.
go back to the cave, sure. So Alwyn, you are waiting quietly when you would see your friend
I want to-
Ophelia walk back
Oh,
into the cave.
I want
with
to
Elric.
stay pretty far back. I don't want to go within eyesight. I know Alwyn's hiding in there. I don't want to let anybody kind of see me. So I want to stay far back so I can see it, but not actually go up to it right now.
All
And
right,
then-
give me stealth checks.
Here. Stealth.
How long does this pass without trace last? An
Oh, it
hour.
would be gone by now, I think. When did
Well,
you
then-
cast
That
it?
was more than an hour.
You cast it around 9. I mean, maybe it's like half an hour since you just went back to the inn, then came back for some reason. All right, so
Yeah.
Time doesn't make sense.
So we'll say you have a half hour left on it. All right, so you're stealthing nearby in by the houses over there, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to just stealth just so I can keep it in eyesight.
How long are you gonna stay here?
Until the rest of the party joins.
How would they know?
But
where
we
you
don't
are?
know to.
We are
I-
going to let
was-
Elric cast his spell.
I whispered to Ophelia. I said, Ophelia, what in the hells are we doing?
You're gonna be
Here's-
stealthing while you're doing your summon familiar ritual. Let's do it very quietly.
Is there any chance that I would hear them from the cave?
No, they're pretty far away.
Okay.
Okay, so you're trying to do your summon familiar in the middle of the street there while you're hiding.
I
Get
don't know.
behind the house.
Well,
Drunk.
fine.
Oh my god.
I don't know. All right, so you take your incense and you
Takes an
start.
hour.
Yeah, you start casting your ritual as people are walking by, like what the hell is he doing back there? Making all these weird gestures and chantings.
It's hero work. Don't worry.
This is hero work. So the
Yeah,
hour
he gets out a little brazier and starts chanting over it.
So yeah, the hour would pass, and you would have your familiar around 10:30.
Azoth,
A
go
little
find.
crowd of people have also formed around you as they're fascinated by what you're doing.
I say, Azoth, go find everybody and round them up and bring them back here. I say that in Abyssal.
All right, so the
In front of
owl.
the entire town.
Whoa! Everyone's clapping as the owl takes off. Wow, that
Is there
was
any
so
way
cool.
that Alwyn knows or hears any of this going on now that the stealth pass without a trace has disappeared?
You might. Well, I think you're still like. I guess
Well,
you're
yeah, you wouldn't
away.
benefit from Pass Without Trace anyway, unless you're near Eldwin or Alwyn.
100 feet outside the cave. What's your passive? 15. You might hear a little bit of a commotion from outside the cave because there's a bunch
I'd
of people
probably,
out there.
yeah, stealthily move to the mouth of the cave to try to figure out what in the hell is going on.
And now that we have a crowd, I try to woe the crowd. I make some carnival music kind of play. Some music
All right.
bark-
So
bark.
there's some more clapping as your owl flies away. What did you tell your owl to do? Go find the group.
and bring them back here. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you would Alwyn stealth to the exit and see like there's a little show going on to the north of the cave.
Oh, hell. Alwyn comes stomping out of the cave and heads over to where they're at.
Thank you.
Do you not understand stealth in any way, shape, or form? Either one of you drunken buffoon and Ophelia. I'm trying to case a cave and you're out here.
She spilled my
Well, you're
liquor.
not casing it now?
Not anymore. Alwyn smacks his head and starts to walk away.
I was having a perfectly fine morning, and now I'm doing this.
There's more clapping.
I can't.
Oh, yay.
Do this.
Yay.
And I turn to the
Like,
crowd and I
there's no
go,
way.
Oh, it's
"Can I
a
get
it's
some
a
applause?"
Even if
it's
they
like a
didn't
play. They're
suspect
doing a
that
show
Alwyn
now.
was in there, they're still not going to go anywhere near their cave when there's like a crowd like this.
Thank you. Alwyn is like pinching the bridge of his nose as a migraine is setting in at this point.
All
I
right.
go, thank you, and we kind of like go to walk away so we don't keep causing a crowd here.
All right. So Alwyn, are you going back to the inn?
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, we're having a party
so
in
now
the street.
Agoth is going to
Oh.
find us and bring
I
us
ain't
back
going back to
here,
the
and
inn.
you guys aren't going to be.
I'm gonna go hide in those hills,
All right.
my
So you just
lord.
walk up into the hills.
and I want to be able to view the cave from behind a hill.
So to end the whole performance thing, I say, and for the final trick, watch this, and then I do a fireball up in the air.
Oh my lord.
Like a third level fireball.
Yeah. over
Uh,
there.
shoot.
And then I,
Everybody's eyebrows are scorched and singed.
and then I misty step out away.
Give
Is
me
it
a
looking up?
give me a performance check with advantage.
Okay, all right.
They look up at the fireball. You're
11.
gone.
So there's some screaming in the distance as people have no idea why there was like an explosion of fire over the town, and people are running. Some of the the people like at the that were there are all clapping like, oh wow, that was amazing. But yeah, like the guards are running up like, what the hell? And like a bunch of people in their houses are like running away from their houses.
Yeah,
now.
that thief is definitely not coming back anywhere near this space for days at minimum.
Objective.
The safe house has been compromised. There are fireballs going off over the town. What the hell?
Oh my.
All right. So with the stakeout completely ruined, Elric just kind of you said you misty stepped and then you're leaving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Alwyn probably on getting back to the inn and finding nobody there would just, I guess, hang out. He really wants to go hunting to go blow off some steam and shoot every Ophelia-looking boar in the woods.
Damn it, Ophelia.
It was.
Boar
I
looks like
wasn't the one casting spells in
Ophelia.
the street and shooting fireballs in the sky. Why do you blame me?
You brought me.
Because you went
You
back
brought
to
the
the
drunk
Yeah,
on
you
a
brought-
stealth
You
mission.
brought the drunk on the
Okay.
stealth. Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly.
I'm
what
sorry.
I was
That's
gonna
my
say.
fault.
You did.
It's me. Okay.
Come on, Elric. Let's go. We're
I
stealthing.
acknowledge that. I'm sorry.
So meanwhile, a little while later, Ophelia, you would see the rest of the group show up with an owl.
Oh well, I think I was gonna say.
The owl brings them to like where there's a bunch of guards like asking, does anyone know why a fireball blew up in the air over the town? People are like,
Wouldn't
oh,
people be talking about
the
it?
the or not the what's your guys' name? The
Holy
the
Trinity.
Holy Trinity were here doing a magic show, and everyone's like, oh wow, oh there they are, hey Trinity, and like you guys would come walking up.
Encore!
One of the guards walks up to you and says, is there some kind of show that was happening where there were pyrotechnics going off? So he's talking to the three of you.
I'm not
you-
there, right? I'm still.
No, it's
You're making a
You're
piss
hanging
poor
out in the
attempt to
hills,
hide on a
guys.
hillside.
yeah, you all see Ophelia like laying on the hill over there.
Well, this is-
And like behind a rock, half
Wait,
behind a
did she
rock.
do a
Are
stealth
these
Give me-
hills not very big?
Give me a stealth check.
No, they're within the gates of the town. They're little hillocks.
I mean, they're like
Oh.
100 feet away, but you might be hiding okay. So Clank is there.
Oh, Clank? I'm with them? I thought we
Well,
were still.
So Agoth came
You
to the
were walking
marketplace
around, then
and
Agoth
tried
came
to
to
get
get
us
you.
to follow him.
Cool.
So I guess the question is, did we?
Yeah,
follow
did you?
him?
I assumed you followed him. You could say you didn't.
Yeah.
Then you wouldn't be
Yeah,
here.
Yeah.
I thought we would have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So yeah, Elduin, Clank, and Ophelia, and yeah, give me a stealth roll, Ophelia. Elduin, Clank, and not Ophelia.
Riala, yeah.
Riala.
Yeah.
All right, oh,
Dude, I
she's
told you the skill is good.
she's stealthing. All right, so she is. I don't think anyone has a passive 22, so I don't think anyone sees her. But yeah, you all are standing. The guard comes over, and I guess he would look to Clank because Clank's kind of the de facto leader. He would say, "Is your group doing pyrotechnics over the houses here? Because that's dangerous."
That is very dangerous. We should not be doing that if we are doing that.
Well, someone who looked like
us
Elric Eldenspell, the noble in your group, threw a fireball up into the air and then disappeared.
What's
no
that?
one was hurt,
Someone's
but
impersonating Elric?
Oh dear.
Well, I don't know. Is there? That would make sense. Yeah. See.
I mean, last
Give me
I
a
saw
deception
Elric,
check.
he was. Oh, God.
And
Yeah.
if you go to find me at a bar drinking.
Elric has been at the bar drinking. We left him at the bar drinking to.
Oh, jeez. All right,
just
both
go-
you give me
Lord.
deception checks.
Matt wouldn't.
Rial
know.
is like, I don't know how to be deceptive. Oh, jeez. All right.
Oh my god.
I mean,
So
+5. It's not terrible.
the guard like crosses his arms and looks at you, and he's like, "Huh." So that wasn't
Look, we
your
were just
people
getting
blowing.
Coffee. I don't know.
Yeah,
They don't
honestly,
actually
my
know, do
friend. Sorry.
We don't. We have no
Go
fucking
ahead.
idea.
He says, "Well, from what our
Honestly-
people say, someone who looked like Elric, your friend, was throwing
Yeah.
fireballs up into the air. Then he vanished, and apparently well, I guess they know her name. He says apparently Ophelia went running off into the hills over there, and he points at the hills nearby.
Well,
Where you see a
Then,
white head of hair contrasting
And
starkly
then
from the
another
hills.
guy,
No,
another
dude,
guy
wait,
yells,
stop,
and
fuck
that
you."
hunter that was with him, he was pissed, and then he stormed off back to the inn. And the guard writes that down
sounds
too.
like-
I assure you, we have no
That
idea what's
sounds
going on.
like-
I'm sure there's good reasons, but no show, no show's over. Nothing to see here.
Hey, isn't that Elric's owl flying around up there?
Would they know it's Elric's owl? Oh, I guess they just saw him summon it. Never mind.
Yeah,
that's part of the
yeah,
show.
exactly at the end of the show.
Oh my god.
It's an owl in the middle of the day.
And
And you're
everyone's-
like, yeah,
everyone-
dude, what the fuck is
That could be anyone's owl. Everyone's like clapping. Oh, the owl's back! Yay!
Oh, no,
Oh,
I'm
this
sure
must be
that's
part of the
so
show. Is this
random.
part of the show?
I'm sure that's just a random.
This is so
resident of,
meta.
the nearby forest.
But the guard just says,
Oh,
"All right, well,"
Owls are totally not nocturnal. It's okay.
just flying
My
around.
friend, we were just out minding our own business.
He says,
I'll
"Well,
collect
look."
the others and make sure that they behave themselves. We are
Maybe don't make
representative.
promises you can't keep, Clank.
He says, "Well, look, just try to figure out what's going on, and just no more blowing things up. It scares people. If it
Guard,
was
I
him,
have a question.
yes."
The guard captain. There's been break-ins around here recently, ain't it?
He says, "Oh, I'm not the guard captain, but there have been break-ins at the marketplace. Yeah."
Yeah. And, do you all have any leads on what's going on with that? I wouldn't expect people of Char to want to steal from each other. It must be an outsider of some sort.
Deflection
Well,
check.
we yeah, distraction, mislead, or what's that called? Misdirection.
Yeah.
He would say
Deflect.
deflect. I'm not sure who's looking into that. But you'd probably want to ask around at the town hall. Someone there is probably on the case trying to figure out what's going on. I was just on patrol when a bunch of screaming people came up to me yelling about a fireball.
Yeah, that ain't right. I'm sure it was just I'm really sorry about that. I'll do a better job of keeping an eye on these other hooligans.
He says, "Oh, well, you all have done a lot for the town. I know you all mean well. Just be careful about magic that might make everyone scared."
Yeah. Yeah. Next time we catch you in the bar, let me buy you a drink.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage. Says, all right, I'll hold you to that. And he says, all right, let's get out of here. Nothing to see here, folks. Everyone go home. And the guy's like, wait, the owl's here. Isn't this part of the show? He's like, no, this isn't part of the show. Go home. And they all kind of start dispersing. All right, so what do you want to do? Everyone's gone. Ophelia, you kind of are watching them over there. I don't know if you
Well,
want to
it
do
sounds
anything.
like we should go back to where the fireball originated from. I'm guessing the Maplewood. We might be able to find
Wait,
one of our friends.
Didn't
Huh?
they say Ophelia ran into the hills? Should we check for her or just go back to the inn?
Oh, the jig is up.
I don't know what's going on here. It's very strange.
So yeah, I know Ophelia ran back into the hills. She's an interesting character. Sometimes she needs to do what she does and just be a teenager. And
Wait,
I don't know what the TikToks are. And
the TikToks. Wait, Ophelia, did you mess up Alwyn's stakeout because you were jealous and wanted to do the stakeout yourself? Is that what that was about?
Alan's too drunk to give a shit at this point. He is over it.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what the fuck is going on? All right, so you guys get back to the bar, and funny enough, yeah, Alwyn and Elwyn are drinking together.
I see them all just leaving.
Yeah.
We hear ethereal fiddle music playing
Just go.
as me and Alwyn are drinking.
Actually, they're probably the only ones in the bar right now, as it's pretty
Oh
early.
yeah, it's like 10
Yeah.
o'clock
The
in the morning.
bartender and them are
Yeah.
like cleaning up, and they're like, they just shrug and they're just serving them drinks.
I'm gonna see your state, and I'm gonna be like, I guess we're not gonna go fight any more Bodex today.
Oh, it's the perfect time.
Old day's been ruined
see, I'd like
anyways.
to
I'm
survive.
over it.
I'd like to end the Bodex, but also survive.
So
doing
give me
stuff.
give me con saves. Let's see if you guys
Oh,
are
God.
poisoned.
All right.
Hope you fail.
Oh,
Yeah,
Alan
smash.
slosh.
I am angry drunk. That was tequila.
that was tequila.
Stupid Ophelia messing up my
Funny enough,
stakeout.
that's what's in my drink right now.
And Elric is just sipping away like.
I say to Alwyn as I have an arm around his shoulder. I didn't mean to mess up your stakeout, but I was just drinking, and she came and got me to do something.
Typical bringing a clown to a stealth mission.
Oh, that's so rude. You're buying
Did
next.
you not put on a show?
Well, it didn't start off that way.
The fireball sure said different.
I like the attention.
Sounds like we missed a lot, apparently.
I think I would have preferred sipping coffee with you two than dealing with whatever happened here.
It's a tad bit early for a drink.
Well, I tried to
It
do
is a
good this
Tuesday.
morning, and it turned out to be fit. So, here I am.
All right. So,
Alright.
go
So
ahead.
yeah, what do we want to do? Might we retire? I know this place is pretty empty, but maybe we go into the privacy of our own room to continue discussions.
Fuck it. And Alan gets up.
And I guess I'd bring an extra drink or two or three for Elric and Alwyn.
All right. So you're going to your private bar area.
Aye.
All right. What are you doing, Ophelia?
Keeping an eye out, hiding in my hills.
How long are you gonna stay here watching?
All day.
This is
my
I didn't think
stakeout
that far
now.
ahead.
Obviously.
Shit, I don't know. I guess I'll just stay here until somebody else wants to come watch. Is it what? It's only 9 a.m. So it's like the middle of the day,
At
right?
this point, let's see. After all that's happened, it's
think
probably
it's
about
12.
11 at this point.
11 a.m. All right, yeah, I'll head back and join the party because I figure I'm hoping it's going to be the middle of the day, and it should be all right if nobody's
Okay.
here quite right now.
So friends, as we're eating over our cheese plates.
Should we open that chest you found, Avelia? Sorry, go ahead, Clanks.
Oh, well, maybe while we're opening the chest, we what do we want to do? It seems we can continue going down below, or figure out who put these things in this cave.
That's what the
Or
point of the mission was. And Alwyn, I am really sorry for
there
Alwyn.
were a few.
I mean Elric.
There were a few options there. I'm not sure what you meant by that was the point.
Oh, she's not back yet.
Oh,
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
okay. So yeah, Elduin, Riala, we are the sober ones here. I don't know if I trust
Well, I
the
don't
drunken
think-
minds.
I don't think that descending back into those undead ruins today is wise, considering on the
God.
partying. But
I just
I
need a
don't
little
know.
rest and I'll be fine to go.
I
I-
also yeah,
I are not okay.
I
Oh.
think that
Clearly.
Alright.
Perhaps we should investigate more of this thief in town.
I think that it's already unlikely. It's already possible that the thief may have become aware of the commotion or have observed some of the commotion near that cave and might not go back. But then again, depending on how valuable the items in that chest are, maybe they'll risk it. Either way, I don't think all of us traipsing over there is the right plan. We need to think about this a little more carefully.
Ophelia has the
chest in
chest,
there?
and there was some stuff in it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Clank, will you take a look
Uh,
at it and see if you think it's magical or trapped in any way?
Who was our who?
Oh wait, Ophelia's still got
who's-
it, doesn't she? Never mind. Okay.
Elwyn, your redheaded friend. Who is that?
Nara, she's sitting in the room
Ah.
with you. She's actually.
I doubt she's trancing through
she's-
this shit.
She's yeah, she's kind of annoyingly trying to trance as you're all talking.
Yeah, so I would say that while pointing at her.
Do you know this woman?
She may be able to keep an eye out. Or do you think you would be able? I mean, well, honestly, no, because you don't have a way with words with her, and you've kind of creeped her out. But maybe we can convince her to try to get behind who is doing all this thievery. We can also talk to maybe the Bloodhands, but I don't want to be indebted to them.
I don't either. I don't think they'll help. We know that the thief made it over the wall and that there's a cave to the south, but we have nothing else to go on at this point.
Alwyn, you're so smart. I didn't even know that.
It's good tracking till you showed up.
Well,
That-
maybe. Yeah. What if we have Iara try to track that down while we go take care of a little bit downstairs?
I believe Iara mentioned that she disagrees with the sunlight and would only be able to assist us in the evening after she's completed her whatever.
That is correct, she
Dislike the
says,
sunlight.
with her eyes closed still.
Down below does not have sunlight,
True.
but I don't know what you could do for us down there. I wouldn't want you to be by yourself. There's some dangerous things down there.
He says, I can check it out if you all would let me finish my damn trance.
I mean, we're not the
You
ones
were.
who chose to set your trance up in our secret room.
Well, you guys aren't usually here at this time. You're usually out doing things.
Here.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll give. Can I offer her the key to my room?
She just grabs it. She's like, all right, thank you. She storms off upstairs.
Yes.
Somebody
What do
help
we
me
want to
get
do?
rid of this drunk.
Do you got any good berries, bud?
Oh, yeah, I do.
I don't know if that would help.
I don't, out of character, I don't know what else I can do. I mean, because that was a horrible con save for the alcohol that I consumed.
You would
So
be
he's trying to figure out how to get out of
I
this
feel
now
like
that
someone
So-
flipped something in your drink. Like that was
you would
that
be
I got roofied.
you just drank. You'd be poisoned for a few hours, and after that you'd be
Okay.
fine.
So a few hours, and then I will be able to sober up at that time.
Yeah,
Eat
basically.
some bread.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I'm pushing to go down and explore more. It sounds like, Rhea, you want to hang out up top for another day or so.
Well, I don't want to go down in while any of our parties not at their peak. But yes, I'm down for heading down after a bit when I'm feeling better.
I just need a little nap, and then I start to nod off.
Give me a deception check.
He
'cause
replaced
you
his
are not
IR on
drunk.
the sofa.
No, realistically, he's just trying to take a short rest. But yeah, deception would probably be perfect for that.
He's acting a little drunk for a short rest. I think everyone believes you. All right.
Eldwin,
I mean,
what are your thoughts?
Meets it, beats it. So I don't know.
Well, no one has a 17, do they?
Riala does.
Ooh.
It says 14 for your passive.
Oh, I thought you were going for perception. Sorry.
No, it's insight. Sorry, yeah.
Gotcha.
So yeah, Elric seems kind of sloshed too. But let me cut back to Ophelia. So you get your stuff together and you're making your way back to the inn.
I want to be clutching this bag of holding though after the previous incident.
And as you're kind of walking towards the back of the houses there, a person steps from the shadows and says, hey. She smiles at you. She also has white hair and looks like she is about 17 years old. How old are you?
Like 18.
All right, so you both look like very young ladies. She would say, so saw you broke into my cave and stole some stuff from it.
Wow, that was your cave?
It was.
Well, why are you stealing my stuff?
She says a girl's got to make a living. We can't all be born to noble families.
Well, a girl's got to make a living by protecting her belongings.
She says, oh, don't give me that. You're a noble. I know exactly who you are and what family you come from. You've never had to work a day in your life.
You try going to the church and try not working. Good luck with that.
So it must
yeah.
be
Because
really
I came from the
hard.
family.
There are hundreds
because
of
I came
gold
from that
pieces.
family.
And she says, I want my stuff back. I know you have it. She says, I'm sure you can get another scroll. You could probably write your family and they can send you all that stuff.
I'll tell you what. How about we go give this back to all the people and we can give you some kind of gainful employment so you can actually do honest work for a living.
Give me a persuasion check.
Seems like we could use somebody of your skills. Persuasion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
persuasion check. So she kind of studies you as if sizing you up a bit. Says employment. What would you employ me to do?
You can figure out whatever you're good at and employ you to do that. And I'm willing to help you do whatever it takes to give you some honest work so you're not robbing people. And I think if you're willing to do that, I would be willing to overlook these thefts, and as long as we return them all to the proper parties, you know, I don't need to say anything.
Give me another persuasion check. She says, how do I know I can trust you? I mean, you're probably just gonna lead me to your friends and they're all gonna jump me.
Well, I can promise that's not going to happen. Our despite our title and some of our backgrounds, many of our people have had rough experiences and troubled history. Yet they are all banding together for a greater purpose. We're trying to protect everyone here, and being sworn for Palor, I try to find the good in everyone and help them atone and become better people. And
Oh God,
you
you
know,
sound just like a noble. He says,
uh,
"Look, how much
Palor,
you paying, and what would be involved? I mean, do you need me to steal stuff?"
it's very possible we could have some need for those services in the future. But we could also do always with reconnaissance if you could possibly steal information.
Give me another persuasion.
Oh,
It's progressively getting worse.
So she says, "Tell you what, how about you give me back the scrolls, and I'll say that is a signing bonus, and I'll come work for you."
I can give you my 2 scrolls, sure, and then we can go from there. If you're okay with that, and then that could be like a good down payment
She
for a
says, "Well,
friendly establishment.
I didn't put all the stuff I stole from you in the box, so I just would need. I'm guessing you didn't open up the box yet."
I can lockpick.
She says, "Well, that's something I can do. But yeah, how about you just give me back my box then, and we'll say it's scrolls are kind of a down payment along with that little statuette I stole from you."
Well, I can give you my scrolls and the statue. I can definitely okay with that, but I can't give you everything. I think they need to go back to their proper parties. 'Cause I'm
Everything
pretty
I've
sure
ever stole, she says.
well, not everything, but what we have here. Is that not part of the agreement?
She says the only thing I stole from you were those scrolls and the statue.
That you stole from me.
Oh wait, I just realized I didn't put her picture up yet.
And I'm pretty sure you left some evidence at your crime scenes, so maybe you're not as sneaky as you thought, because we knew it was someone with white hair like me.
She says, well done on you. So what exactly do you want me to give back, if not the stuff I stole from you?"
Everything that was stolen from the city of Char,
The
at least what's in
marketplace?
this chest, yeah. Some of
She
the people that
says
were stolen from are
none of
just trying to
the
do better by the ton of Char.
none of the stuff I stole was from people who didn't have enough. They'll all be fine. It's not like
That
I'm
doesn't
getting
make it
rich
okay.
doing this.
That doesn't make it okay. And I still think they should at least have their belongings back. I'm willing to compensate you from my own pocket and overlook it with my own items, but I think everything else, and to a level 4 scroll, level 2 scroll, and an art object worth 200 gold pieces, we can also use our contacts to make sure you get the best deal for these items.
Give me another persuasion check. She kind of sizes you up. Says, for someone who is about the same age as me, you sure are talking to me like you know a lot better.
I don't know better. I just know I'm trying to be fair to everyone involved.
She says, "Have you ever lived in the city outside of your noble estate? Do you actually know what the people have to go through? Doesn't seem like you do. Like,
I grew up
do you live in
working
a
for the
world where
church and
everything's
helping
fair?"
everyone less fortunate.
She
I
says,
don't think everything is fair, but that is what I strive for.
"Well, I just strive to try to keep myself fed and alive. In fact, that's what most of this kingdom strives for."
And I would like to change that.
How?
A step at a time. There's not one answer that would be able to do this across the entire kingdom. But I think through Palor that, hopefully with the church's guidance and giving everybody treating everybody fairly and giving everybody gainful employment and making use of their best skills is definitely a good first step.
She says, "Look, I already sold a bunch of the stuff I stole, so I don't think I can give that back." And you think she's
Well, if you
lying?
already sold it, well, I think she's lying.
Yeah.
Well, I just straight up call her out, and I'm like, I don't think that's true.
She says, "What? You think I'm lying to you?"
Well, I don't think you've exactly been honest with me from the get-go.
Give me another persuasion with advantage. She smiles a bit. She says, "All right, fine. I still have some of the stuff I stole. And you're saying if I give you that, you'll let me keep the scroll and the statue?"
Yeah, and then we can talk about giving you some work to make sure you always have a roof over your head, you always have food in your belly, and we can maybe go from there and see if we can do something even better for you.
She kind of sizes you up again. She says, "The stuff I stole from you was worth way more than any of the junk I stole from the marketplace people, right?"
Well, again, I guess the luxuries of my life have afforded me a little bit of freedom, and my efforts have paid
Didn't
dividends.
she
But
steal a bunch of potions from Melody?
She
yeah,
stole some, yeah.
Yeah.
Melody didn't have that many.
but I am willing to give whatever I have to try to help the people out. That's honestly one of the biggest reasons why I'm trying to even start a church here, so we can make sure at least everyone at least has food, and those that are homeless would be able to have a place to stay for the night while we figure out those situations. My goal is to make the entire world a better place, and to possibly have us all live in harmony so we can all benefit and work for each other and create
Uh,
this ideal world.
that sounds lovely. But yeah, sure. If you're gonna pay me, I'll see what I can do to help you find your vision, lady. What's your last name? She says. I don't think I even know.
Mine?
Yes.
Ophelia von
She
Lisseltania
said-
at your
She
service.
just said she knew what family she was from.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then maybe I just forgot as DM.
That's fine.
So she says, what was she gonna say? She says, "Good to meet you. Name's Alira Nightshade." She goes to shake your hand. Give me.
I
Give
was
me
going
an
to say before we
insight.
shake our hand, I am going to tuck back the bag of holding behind my back
Okay.
because I'm still leery of her. And you said insight?
Yeah. Okay. You think she's being honest? She says, I can take you to where the merchant stuff is that I stole, and well, I guess you know where I live now. Though at this point, I might move just to make sure that you're not going to come sick the guards on me."
Well, I can promise I'm not going to sick the guards on you. We've made an agreement, and I am a woman of my word.
Hmm. Well, no. Well, you seem like you're kind of straight up, even if you're a little bit delusional about how everyone's going to live in harmony. But sure, why not? I'll come and find you. How about that? You're all
I think
staying
that
at the
would be great.
Maplewood Inn still, I assume.
And I look at her inquisitively. Yes, we are. It seems like you are well connected with information.
She says, "Well, yeah, I stole a bunch of stuff from you while you were there."
Kind of chuckle, and I'm like, that you did. Touche. It was very good. It was very, very sneaky. So, yeah. And then hopefully with this gainful employment, you wouldn't need to steal from the people that are less fortunate trying to make a name in town. So I hope we can come to an agreement. And yeah, I would look forward to meeting you at the Maplewood, and we can work out your payments then.
All right, Lady Von something or other. I'll see you later. And she gives you a smile and a kind of a mock bow. "Your Grace," as she steps around the corner.
And I give her a real bow and earnestly go, talented one.
You gave her back the scrolls and the statue, right?
Are they in the box?
Oh yeah, you gave
In
her
the
back the
chest?
box, right?
And I did not give her back the box.
Oh, you
So
didn't.
she would have. I said she's gonna have to come by to pick it up because I don't want to give her just everything and have her return it. I was thinking it would be better if
I
we
mean,
returned
to
it.
be fair, she didn't give you back the merchant stuff yet anyway, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're heading back to the inn?
Yep.
Alright, so you would arrive to a drunken Alwyn sitting at the bar. I think Elric...
No, we're in the dining room.
Alright, you're in the private room. So at the bar in the private room, then.
We got a bar.
Yeah, you got a little bar back there. What do you want to do? I think everyone's here, right?
Clank would
Yeah.
begin casting Detect Magic.
Has she got there?
immediately.
Huh?
As she got there, you mean? You start casting Detect Magic?
Oh, I guess that wouldn't make sense, so no.
Or were you casting it before she got there?
I mean, I thought the box was sitting on the table in front of us, but
Oh, no.
No, that was
right.
my mistake. I didn't realize Ophelia wasn't with us when we were talking about it earlier. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. Then oh, hi Ophelia, good to see you. Where have you been? I heard you caused quite a ruckus this morning. The Count Guard did not appreciate. Or was that Elric in his drunken stupor?
You don't even need to ask. You already know the answer, Clank.
I don't know. You're pretty wild, Ophelia.
Sometimes. But not this time. But wild antics did pay off, and I proceed to tell them the entire story of how I met and spoke with Alira Nightshade.
So you asked her about the girl she was impersonating, right? Is that person okay?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I sure hope so. I don't know. Was she impersonating her? I didn't even get that
That's
far.
Clank's
Sorry.
impression. Since
But
yeah.
I did say we could hire her and that we wouldn't turn her in, right? And I tell him the whole story, and I was like,
Yeah.
I think that this person may be in a similar situation where she can atone for her sins, and we can, do some good with her skills rather than having her steal from the town. So I thought that was a good compromise. I hope you guys are okay with that, but I offered to pay her with some of my things, and she agreed to give back everything to the people so we can disperse everything back to the city and restore what has been stolen. And I'm hoping we can get her to agree not to do it again by giving her some employment.
I appreciate your honor. Aldrin, what do you have to say?
So it was that simple of a conversation? As he just raises his eyebrow.
And I've already told how the entire conversation went, and I was like, I don't know, I thought that was pretty simple.
It might be worthwhile figuring out who she works for. But she may work for herself.
I'm surprised she didn't put a dagger
like.
to you.
Well, perhaps we now have a job for Iara watching this new one.
Elric opens his eyes and acts normal now and says, "So, you found your thief. Did you deal with?"
I found the thief. I did a thing, guys.
Did you tell us about this box you have?
I mean, technically, the thief found her, from what I heard in Ophelia's story just now. Right?
That, if you want to see it that way, Rhea, that's fine.
Did Ophelia tell us about this box she had?
I do have the box. If you guys are okay, I would like to wait until Alira gets here before we open it, so that way she knows that we're not skimming anything, and we can try to be as fair as possible. And I'm assuming she probably already has the key as well.
Cool. Well, maybe I will start casting Detect Magic now.
I mean, we could also verify that everything, if there's anything in the box that might tell us that she was straight up with you or deceitful with you.
And
But
that's
maybe not.
something hopefully we can wait and figure out while she's here. But
Well, you would
she seemed like
know.
she was.
You would know at least that the scroll was probably in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you think.
Yeah. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna keep the chest just closed with me, waiting for Alir to get here so we can open it with everybody
Clank's
here.
gonna start casting detect magic.
All right. So you cast detect magic. Strangely enough, you don't see a magical aura coming from the box.
The box itself might be valuable.
Well, it's still in my bag. Can you see it in my bag of holding?
Oh, did you
I
not
thought you
take it
said
out?
it was.
I didn't even take it out. No.
All right. Well then, no, you wouldn't see anything unless you took it out.
Well, I guess if Clank asked, I would take it out and show him.
Yeah. So the box, which if the scroll is in there, should have magical auras coming from it, does not seem to have any.
Interesting. Maybe this box is protected with its own magic that hides auras. Or maybe there's nothing in here and you got screwed out of a deal. But it doesn't sound like it was too bad of a deal.
You know, I'm all for giving people chances, Clank.
I know, and that's something I appreciate about you, Ophelia.
But what I would know, because I have detect magic well, right? It can't see through lead, right? Am I wrong about that?
Well, there's several things that it can't see through, but it's different thicknesses that matter. And so in this case, with it
Okay.
being a small box, lead might be a possibility. Yeah.
You okay?
So I kind of say
I'm
that to
sorry.
Clank.
You okay?
Aw, poor Eddie.
Yeah. The it doesn't look like it's a lead box. It just looks wooden to you.
But it could be lined.
It's possible, yeah. So are you just gonna wait here?
Yeah. Well, we can go do
Um,
what we want to do, and Alira will hopefully find us whenever.
Yeah, are you gonna do
I,
some
like,
downtime
open it.
activities, or what do you want to do during the day while you're waiting?
I mean, if we're not gonna go down under Char, then I guess I'd want to do something with the downtime.
And I'm okay to still head down there if the rest of the party wants to.
How's Alwyn feeling? How long's it been?
Yeah, am I still messed up?
We can say you waited 2 hours and you're starting
him
to
some
feel
coffee.
better. Yeah, it's like 1 o'clock
Thank
now.
goodness.
You all right there, Alwyn? As I come in, like I see him being all fucked up. I'm like, what's going on, bud?
You better watch your fucking mouth.
I'm so
Wow.
sorry that I messed it up earlier by bringing Elric. It's completely my fault. I should have known better. I'm sorry, Alwyn. We had a good thing going.
I
But,
appreciate your apology. I just was really frustrated that I put all that work in and it was for a fireball show.
Well, all the work you put in did lead us to the thief and getting our stuff back.
That one just kind of like drunkenly glares.
That you gave away.
That I gave away? I didn't give it away.
You promised it.
Yeah.
Well, I promised 3 of my items.
Well, that's the only stuff that was stolen. And I mean, I don't know. The art object was a party item, right? Didn't we find that together? I don't
was
know.
a
There
But
was
that's-
some
art object.
confusion,
It
Ophelia.
was a picture, so I've got
okay.
it written down. Don't worry.
no,
think
that-
You
there
don't
was some.
understand the
An
memory
old
of
religious art
Kenku.
object. Yeah.
yeah. So
That I took because it was religious.
oh, okay.
So out of character here, I want to clarify something with you, Lou. You said a statue. Is that the Raven statue?
No.
No, it was a like religious statue, I believe.
Okay.
It was just an
All
art
right.
It was
object.
a valuable. It was it was part of the loot that we found in a hoard. Like it doesn't matter if it was religious or not. It was just meant to be like basically a valuable.
Still
Okay.
after
I
it.
thought with all of the bags trading and stuff, somebody stole my Raven statue.
No, it
So
wasn't.
I was
the
about
Raven
to like
statue.
lose my shit in character.
No, that would have sucked.
Okay,
No, you
we're
still
good.
have your Raven.
Thanks. Okay.
That would suck.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it, Elric? It would suck if somebody in your party stole your magic item.
It would suck. Hey. And then I just kind of like look around and go back to thinking about the mace. Perfect.
Perfect.
No,
All
I
right.
assume you did that out of character, right, Matt?
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, what are you all doing as we're waiting for this mysterious young woman to show up?
Well,
do I-
shall we? Yeah.
Sobering
go ahead,
up.
Elric.
That's
No, I was-
Alwyn's first start
I
here.
vote. Yeah, I vote we go down
Yeah.
under
At this
cover,
point,
but
you're sober. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, thank goodness.
I mean, do we have time to maybe like stop by the marketplace or anything?
I
What do you
bet.
need at the marketplace?
I just want to sell some stuff. So, I mean, if we don't,
I'm game. I ain't
hey,
in no rush. I ain't
I can-
rushing.
okay. Well, yeah, I want to sell those 2 6-foot scimitars.
Where did you get? Oh, from the
Giant
skeleton.
Yes.
So there's not many people who would buy those because you can't actually use it as a weapon. It's more of a decoration.
Yeah. So I want to sell it as like a trophy piece that
Who
maybe
would
a
you-
person-
So
could
you'd
be-
probably have
we
to
are
sell
in the
that.
sticks.
Yeah, you'd probably. I mean, Blackwater is literally the only person in town who would buy something like that.
All right, fine. I'll keep them in there.
We can
So-
keep them for our mansion eventually, and we can have them hanging over the fireplace mantle.
The local haberdasher probably doesn't need a huge ornamental scimitar for his mantle,
Yeah.
or the
Probably.
local like blacksmith who does horseshoes.
Yeah.
Horseshoes and nails.
Yeah.
That's
Anything else you want to do though?
Anybody else?
Mm.
Nope, I
No,
think
I'm
I'm ready
okay.
to.
Well, let me
go
check
smoke
on
I'm
my
okay doing
vials.
whatever.
I
I
think
just
we're
want-
good with vials.
Can I-
Yeah, let's go down.
All right. In that time, no, I'll wait. I'll wait on that. But yeah, I just want to bother Elduin. That's basically it. Yeah.
All right. So you buy some vials
Elric's
from
go-to
the
pastime.
marketplace. You bother Elduin
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, with just questions, just like random questions.
All right. So
He just
yeah.
gives Elduin just kind of gives like half-assed answers.
It's the ground speed of an unladen swallow.
Depends. African European.
I love you.
Great.
All right. So you're heading back to Cithral's place to enter the lower tunnels again.
If everybody's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so she will admit you. Or at least the people at the house will admit you because she's not there right now. Heading back down below, you make your way through the tunnels.
And by the way, friends, while we're walking, I'm going to say, I do think I figured out a way that we can get into one of those tunnels. If we have Rhea shapeshift, I can throw a stone at her, take damage, and then use my emboldening bond to teleport across the wall to her.
How do you get back out?
We have her crawl back out
Right.
the other side, and I can do the same thing again.
If you
And
throw
then
a
we
stone
can
at
also
me
have
while
somebody else
I'm
come with us too.
if you throw a stone at me while I'm shapeshift as something small enough to get through those rocks, you will kill me.
Well, maybe
The
you
risk he's
transform
willing
back.
to take.
I don't know. You transform back first, Rhea. I'm just saying, it was an option. I thought it was pretty smart.
What if we just have Rhea transform into something small and investigate what's inside that room?
Wait, Elduin, you're dead. You don't
No.
breathe.
I thought
don't.
he does breathe.
No.
And that was one of the reasons that we got
Nope.
the
Yeah,
trial
but-
one. Cool.
vampires don't breathe.
Alright, so you would reach the halls of Tarsus. You might notice, actually, Alwyn and Ophelia would definitely notice. Actually, Riala too, the three of you. There are tracks, new tracks leading out of here. It looks like also the barricade has been broken, and the people guarding it are gone. Though you don't see any
What
bodies.
are the size of the tracks?
It looks like one of those gigantic skeletons.
Dibs on the sword.
I
We should
thought they
probably
couldn't fit
follow
down
that,
the hallway.
right?
They
Now
can, they
I'm very
squeeze.
intrigued. Oh,
But
okay.
these hallways are bigger than the ones in the halls of Tarsus. Those are small. These are like 20-foot wide halls, these outer ones. But you can drag yourselves in on the first room here. I assume you're going to go in anyway, right?
If the tracks lead out, shouldn't we follow whatever's gotten out?
You want to go look for it?
That's probably a good idea, Rhea. We wouldn't want it hurting somebody.
Alright, is that what you want to do instead of going into the halls? Take a look around
I'd
for it?
prefer to go into the halls.
Whatever the group wants to do, I don't care.
I worry about being flanked should that creature that left these tracks and destroyed that barricade come back. That's our way out as we go further.
Alwyn, maybe he wanted to turn a new leaf, you know?
It's misunderstood giant skeleton.
Yeah, Alwyn just stares blankly at him.
I do the same at you. And that's just the conversation.
Yep.
Alright, who am I missing? I only see 4 of you.
I should. Yeah, I'm on there.
Elduin.
Oh, yep. Probably need to be in the correct spots. There I am.
Peekaboo.
Alright, and
So are we staying
Riala?
or are we following?
it sounds like you guys are staying.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's up to you. Because I want to stay and explore these halls more.
Sorry, I thought Alwyn was saying he didn't want that.
Yeah, I would
skeleton
love
be
to.
behind us.
I would love to explore these halls. Absolutely. I am very concerned about being trapped in here with monsters on both sides.
We have a giant undead thing that could be heading towards the town
Elric,
because of.
Ophelia, Eldwin?
I'll bite the skeleton. Why not?
Sounds like we're going out.
I would like to track the skeleton.
Alright, so the group is gonna leave here and go looking for the escaped skeleton. Give me survival.
All of us, or
Up to 2 of you.
that's not me.
When and Elwin.
So Alwyn and who?
Looks like Riala.
Eldwin?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Rhea. Yes.
Well, I'll take the first
forgot
2, so
Ria's a
11
druid.
and 16. So the 2 of you are working together, following these tracks. They're not too hard to follow, with this thing being as big as it is. Though Riala, you might notice something else when looking at the tracks. You think there may have been multiple skeletons. Not multiple big ones, but maybe other skeletons that were moving with this one.
Smaller undead move with this one, guys.
You know how many?
Oh,
With a 23, you would guess 7, plus the big one.
7 small ones and a big one.
well,
Ooh,
that's
This
something.
definitely needs to be addressed.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Alwyn. You're pretty smart when you're not drunk.
I don't know what was in that drink, but I was mad, and I'm sorry that happened.
Alright, so are
Well,
you gonna
Anyway, so yeah, we'll
do-
continue tracking.
Alright, so you are gonna keep tracking. Okay. Give me one moment. Uno momento, por favor. Let's see. Alright, so you track the tracks for about an hour, and you think you're getting close. In fact,
Like,
you would
how
start
close?
to hear movement in the hallways ahead of you.
All right. Well,
Alan would
point-
quietly
Actually,
whisper
at
to the
this
group,
point, are
do
you
we want to
trying-
go in stealthed?
Yeah, at this point, are you trying to be... I guess if you heard them, they might hear you as well. Well,
I'm gonna throw
Quiet.
Emboldening Bond up right away.
I'll say Riala and Ophelia are starting to hear things. So it's just the two of them. So maybe the skeletons
I-
haven't heard you because they probably don't have as good of a perception.
Immediately throw it, Emboldening Bond up on myself, Alduin, and Clank.
Okay.
Alright, so you're walking through these large hallways.
I am blacked out.
Lou's gotta make a map.
Ah, there we go. Can you drag Ray in? I couldn't find her. I don't know why. I can't remember where she was at.
She is under resources.
Resources. Is it summon? Yeah, okay. Perfect.
I can't see anything, so I don't know where I should drag.
Well, you guys don't have to drag out your stuff yet, unless you really want to move a bunch of tokens around.
Oh
Wait.
no.
Who
Can you
did you
drag
put Emboldening Bond
Yeah,
on?
you can drag select.
Me, you, and Alduin.
Alright, so you hear the noises coming from kind of up this way. Somewhere down the hallways.
So Alwyn would quietly whisper to the group again, do we want to go in stealthed on this and try to sneak attack, or do we want to move forward and attack?
We can try to move silently, and if that fails, we just run in.
Gives us the element of surprise.
Well, I can do another pass without trace to muffle us as we move up on them, and we can set ourselves up better going into this
I
fight.
say, save your magical energies.
Okay.
Use them in the battle, but it's your fault.
Well, if
Um,
you want to get a surprise round, you would all have to stealth up on them successfully. Or you can send someone ahead to try to get a sneak attack, and then like have them retreat or something.
With my survival skills, does the sounds that we're hearing match what we think we're tracking? Like
Yeah, it
skeletons?
sounds like some kind of skeletal creatures. So
Okay,
you,
so like bone scraping kind of footsteps and stuff.
yes.
I say save your magic and let's just.
Let's go
But I'm okay with either
Leroy.
plan.
beat some people up.
Should we at least orient our party? I don't make a very good frontliner.
Right.
All
Come
right,
on.
are we ready to move forward?
Yep.
Let's go.
So now, Alduin, about those swallows, I don't quite understand exactly, but perhaps you can tell me.
Shut up!
Oh shit!
Talk about this later.
Alright, so wait, you said you were just going in, right? You weren't stealthing?
Right,
I
but
mean,
we
I
don't
think
need to
we're trying
announce
to-
before we even see them.
Well, I mean, like we said, we could try to approach
Yeah. Wait,
quietly, but depending on our roles, it might not mean anything.
Alright, so as you're coming down the hallway here, towards the sound.
Oh.
So you're up here right now. Because the sound's it's not coming from there, it's coming from up ahead.
Oh, I
Oh, okay.
From this way.
It's this one over here.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Oh shit. I had picked up my token and then the screen moved. So now I don't know where I should be.
Back up, girl.
Well,
To the west.
yeah, you said you
Sorry.
were coming down this way towards the noise, I believe. But yeah, as you're coming down this way, down this hallway, the large, giant skeleton comes walking around the corner. It seems like he has heard you, so give me initiative rolls.
Did we even roll stealth?
No, you weren't stealthing, you said, so I assume you...
No.
thought-
Well, okay. I mean, I suggested that we try, but
So we,
I guess
okay,
not.
so we decided not to use, the magic Alwyn had to try to.
Yeah,
I thought he
Okay.
said he wasn't using it.
Okay.
that
No,
is what we
I'm not.
said.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right. We were gonna try sneaking up though. We were gonna try our stealth rolls just to see if we could sneak up, but
That's,
we weren't
No
concerned
magic.
about like if it didn't work. So I thought we were gonna roll stealth checks, but it's fine because I doubt all of us would have managed it.
especially wearing, half plate and all that.
Right.
So the skeleton makes a bunch of clackety, clickety noises as he walks around the corner, holding his large scimitar behind them. It scrapes against the floor, making some sparks, and it will start
that's kind of
moving
badass.
towards the group. The first one to act is going to be the owl.
Fast owl, man.
Yeah. The owl always steals my initiative.
Oh yeah.
Demon owl.
All right. So it's gonna go here. It's 45, and it's gonna swoop, and then right here.
Alright, so the skeleton will change course now, coming towards the owl. Angered that it pecked at him a bunch. Anything else for the owl?
That's all.
Alright, so there is some more clickety clackety. As a skeleton moves down the hallway here, it's gonna see the owl pulling out its bow. Pew! 18.
The owl explodes.
Alright, the owl takes 8 piercing and just disappears. Skeleton chatters his teeth in victory. Alwyn.
Bow shot for bow shot.
Bow
So
shot.
right out the gate, hunter's mark.
On the big guy.
Yes.
Wow. Alright, he is hunter's marked.
Okay.
14, unfortunately, is not going to hit. I think 23 will, though. Doing 6 piercing. So your arrow goes through his ancient armor, sticking him for a bit on the inside. And I assume that's it for you?
Did you add the D6 from hunter's mark?
Did you roll a d6? Oh, the
I-
5? Alright.
Yeah,
sure,
it
I'll roll
rolls
the
with
5.
it. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Probably, you probably want to roll that after the damage roll. If you want, just do like a hunter's mark description. You don't really need to roll the damage before we know if it hit or not. But yeah, I'll do the 5.
Okay. Is that a macro? Did that self do that or something? Because I
So-
didn't do that to it.
Yeah, you can, if you go to the hunter's mark spell, you can set it to do spell card instead of damage roll. And then you would basically just roll a d6 whenever you need to.
Okay. Do you want me to roll a D6 now?
No, I can use the 5, that's fine.
Okay.
So skeleton goes, you hear noise back here. Let's go here, and he's gonna dash. 5. Heading down south behind the big guy. He is gonna pull out a bow. That's his item interaction. Get ready to fire. Another skeleton. Clickety clack. It's gonna come down this way, past the big one. He would have had to dash, so he can't do anything yet, so he is going to pull out his bow. Ophelia.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. I am immediately opening with Spirit Guardians.
Alright,
That
so
real
you
quick.
are surrounded by spiritual energy as radiant guardians fly all about.
What
Did
is
my
it?
token get deleted?
I hope not.
Oh, I don't see your token either.
What?
So
Yeah, I
15
don't
foot
see you on
aura.
initiative.
I was
That's
at
weird.
7.14, so I could just. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah, that's fine. Just add yourself back in. Alright, so Ophelia steps forward.
So I have a question. Is if I were to move this skeleton 5 feet towards me, would he? I want to stop and use my bonus action to telekinetic pull somebody into it. The skeleton in the front.
It's 20
But
feet.
I need to go.
So
So
you
I
have
need to go
be...
5 more feet.
Yeah.
So now if I pull him,
Yeah, so now if you pull him, it would actually. Ugh. Yeah, it would, because it's 20 feet, so it would be entering at 15.
okay. So yeah, I am going to telekinetic shove this motherfucker into my aura.
Alright, so strength save. Alright, he is shoved, taking aura damage.
Oh.
5, alright. So he
Bad roll.
sort of sizzled by radiant energy. Still looking pretty healthy, though.
And then I have 5 movement speed left. I'm gonna go right there. And that is my turn.
Alright, Elduin.
Alrighty, I'm gonna rage. You see my spooky friend come out to help. And I'm gonna charge here, and I'm gonna take 2 swings at the big skeleton.
So you would actually all notice something about his spooky friend. Usually his spooky friend isn't holding anything, but this time he's holding some sort of mace-like weapon. Although you
Weird.
can't see it,
Boy.
you can't see it well because it's all like encased in shadow, but it definitely looks new. Like you've never seen it hold a weapon before.
Oh dear.
Yeah, 21 would connect as you rush up to this thing, hitting it.
Oh,
Doing 7.
with 2 points of rage, forgot to turn on the
So
modifier.
9. Alright.
Yep. Second one.
Oh no, that is going to miss as he kind of steps back and your axe clangs against the stone floor.
Okay, and with that, I was able to hit him, so he's pretty much taunted.
Okay.
And Matt, if you want to mark yourself too.
Cool, I will.
Right, I keep forgetting about the emboldening bond, but after that, that'll be my turn.
Alright, skeleton back here. He's going to go 30 feet. He's going to see Elduin. He's going to pull out his bow. Fire. Luckily, you do have cover.
Sweet.
Ba-doo! Nope, that's going to miss. The skeleton up here. He's going to come down this way. Also, pull out his bow. Fire at Elduin. Ba-doo! Nope, once again, does not hit. Riala.
I'm going to I think I'm gonna cast less. I'm gonna move up a little bit though.
Alright, so you chant summoning holy energies. Who are you blessing?
I'm gonna bless Eldwin,
Alright.
Ophelia, and Elric.
Alright, so the three of you are surrounded by radiant energy. You feel blessed. Anything else for you?
And yeah, let's see. No, I think that's all I got. I'll step back one.
Alright, so the giant skeleton would go. He does start in your aura, so he has to make a wisdom save.
Oh my god!
First roll you could ever roll.
Wow!
Looks like you
The
both rolled
second
really
first
well.
roll.
So he takes a whopping 3. Not too concerned with that dinky aura of yours. He's gonna bravely step forward.
He would.
And he's gonna swing at Elduin. His multi-attack. Shaw. Yeah, 22 is gonna get you.
Yep.
I use my reaction to take that damage and teleport over to him.
Alright, so you take
and
15.
In a reaction to Ophelia taking damage, I will use Spirit Shield.
Okay.
I'll roll 2d6. Hang on a sec. Okay. Yeah, 2d6. So subtract the 5, that'll be 10.
So you take 10, Ophelia. Both of you spend your reaction, and give me a concentration check, please.
Ophelia. Hope you're resilient. Come on.
Yeah. So you hold your spell. He is going to take another swing at you, which would miss.
Mhm.
And 19, unfortunately, is going to hit.
Yep.
Don't hit you.
So you take 8 points of slashing.
Alright.
That is it for him. Skeleton back here. He's going to move here. Pull out his bow. Take a shot at Ophelia. Dunk. 18
Missed.
will just barely miss. Clank.
Cool. Honestly, I think I am just going to spend my movement to run up here. I'm going to start by punching the big one with not the bless, the extra D4 from Emboldening Bond.
Okay.
I
Ooh,
don't
wow.
think that matters.
That will
You got
auto miss.
2d4 to. Oh no, you got 1d4. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Cool. Darn. Now I'm gonna turn to the skeleton and punch the skeleton.
This one?
Yes.
Yeah, 18 will hit and he explodes. As there's a thunderclap.
Some stew bones. Bonus action. I'm going to use defensive field to get my level and temp HP.
Okay.
I will make that really.
Elric.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take. Let's see here.
Oh, I'm getting some background noise.
Sorry.
Oh, something happened. Wait, what is it? Cancel. Get rid of that back line real quick with nifty fireball, because why not?
Alright, you hurl a fireball.
Let's see here. Gotta find the radius. What's it? 20 foot. Let me let's see here.
Huh.
There we go. I think that's it.
Huh.
Alright, so the skeletons would explode in a fiery blaze. Anything else?
Okay.
I smirk and end my turn.
Alright, Ray.
Nope, she's supposed to be behind me and just didn't recalculate.
Oh, alright. New round. Skeleton. Alright, so these guys are dead. Alwyn, you'd be next.
Okay. Bow shot.
Oh.
Ooh, nope.
That is gonna miss. 25 will hit though.
Okay. And let's see here, Ray. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Why did that disappear? There we go. Oh, it was hidden. Okay, so then second shot, infused strikes, and hit.
And a d6 from the mark, right?
Yes, because we're hand rolling that now.
Or I'd say make like a damage modifier, like a global modifier, then you can just click it. Or whatever
I
button you
need
want
to
to make.
make some of those.
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, I'll have to get some help from somebody.
So that is 14 points of damage. Anything else?
Nope, that'll be it. Ray dodge.
Alright, Ophelia.
Alright, he's at disadvantage, right? Because
To
Clank attacked
attacking you. No, he's got the mark from your barbarian. Clank missed him.
Okay. Well,
So-
I'm going to back up to here.
Alright, he's going to swing at you. Which would miss.
To miss. I'm going to telekinetic shove him back into my aura.
Alright, so strength save.
Where is your aura? For some reason, it's
Alright.
not showing up
He
for
is
me.
Unmoving.
Telekinetic pull.
Where I'm at right now, yeah. I am going to just move right back, get him back into my aura, and then as my main action, I am going to cast Inflict Wounds with Emboldening Bond.
Okay. So you attempt to hit him with necrotic energy, and you would. So you deal 21 necrotic.
Alright, and that's gonna be my turn.
Alright, Elduin.
Alright. So I think for first attack I'm gonna use Reckless Attack. I'm gonna swing at the giant skeleton.
Okay. You gonna move out of his space first?
Oh yeah, probably should. Yes.
Alright, so 19 will strike, or 25 will strike him.
Yep.
Or 17, which would wound him.
Alright, and for the second attack I'm gonna use both the Emboldening Bond and Bless.
Okay. An advantage.
Yep.
Whopping +2. But that is a crit.
Alright.
So 17 points. Several bones snap, and he is near death.
Right, and he's still taunted, but that'll be my turn.
Alright, Riala.
I'll just get a little bit closer and... No, I don't think I need to. And I'll take a phone.
Alright, you hurl a sacred flame. Slow moving skeleton is not very good at dodging. We'll take another 8.
That's all.
Alright, the giant skeleton will continue to attack the barbarian.
He's in my aura, so save first.
Wisdom save. He would make it, so he takes half, which
Takes
is
half.
4. And 13 will hit you, I believe. Oh no, he crit you. That's right, because you went reckless.
Reckless.
Yep, reckless.
So 31, which is half to 15.
Fuck it. I'll let him take that.
All right.
I'll let you deal with that one. Alright, so 15 damage.
That's your problem.
I thought about it.
You don't want to take 31?
No, dude,
You
not
wanna-
when he can only reduce up to 12 when he can mitigate way more than that. Yeah, he can take that one.
Alright. So second attack. 20 is gonna hit.
I'll
Yep.
take this one though.
Alright, so you
But
spend
does
your
it
reaction.
doesn't have when you take it though, does it?
It does
It
not.
does not. But
Um,
Alduin has his reaction to reduce damage.
Yes. I'll use my spirit shield again on Ophelia. Roll 2d6.
Alright, so Ophelia would take 13. She... No, not wounded yet, almost. But you do need to make another con save. Okay, so you do hold the ability. Third attack. 19 is going to strike you.
Yep.
For another 8 points of slashing.
All right.
That is it for him. Clank.
Oh, you shouldn't have done that, friend.
Kenku punt.
That's what's happening. Kenku punching.
Alright, 20 is going to strike him, and as you do, the skeleton would shatter, sending bone shards flying everywhere. And that would end the fight.
I
Yay.
look at Alduin and I go, dude, that was some good teamwork. And I put my hand up to high
Because
five.
you're both bleeding.
His rage ends, and he's like, "Oh yeah, just high fives back."
High five. High five. Yeah.
So Lou,
Teamwork.
Teamwork
get a
makes the
chance
dream
to-
work.
did I get a chance to notice the mace that his shadow person had, or no?
You would have noticed a shadowy mace. Give me a intelligence check.
Okay. Intelligence. Just a check. Okay.
Yeah, just straight intelligence.
Is that all of us or just...
Probably just Elric. So there were some things about the shape of it that reminded you of the cursed mace, which is a little bit weird. You said you're collecting essence, Clank?
hmm.
What's that? Sure. Would that be alchemy or?
That would be alchemy or religion for these things.
So
I'll help
Clank
with
is not going
religion.
to do that.
I will do religion
Well,
if
I
everybody
guess
wants to
yeah.
help.
I'll help you.
I still have bless, right? So,
Bless
Embolden
doesn't help
bond.
with that. Emboldening bond does, though.
ooh, I'll use emboldening bond on this then. Yeah.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I go to confront Elduin about the mace. I say, has your shadow friend always had a mace?
I don't think so. Perhaps perhaps my power is growing.
Interesting. It did seem kind of like the mace, well, that we had. It looked, there were some odd bits and pieces that fit the shape and figure.
Huh, that's weird.
Perhaps we should look into that.
Maybe we should, yes.
Alduin, you don't know why?
I do not know why.
Would I know if he's telling the truth?
Deception.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a deception check.
All right.
13.
I assume. Well, I don't know.
Not sure if I believe him.
What does that go off of? Insight?
Insight, yeah.
Okay. I say, well, it makes sense to me. I kind of walk off.
Seems legit.
Yeah.
Seems legit.
So, meanwhile, you'd be collecting some skeleton essence.
Just let them throw into the party treasury.
It doesn't seem like he has anything else. Just the normal armaments of one of these giant skeletal things. You would notice, like the others, this one does have a symbol of Orcus on his armor.
Does he have a scimitar?
Yeah, he has a scimitar.
Yes. Yes. I take it.
Another giant scimitar to sell to someone at some point.
I have 3.
But other than that, yeah, these things must have just wandered out of the halls of Tarsus and been wandering these halls.
Did we find the guards or the 2 sentries that had been posted outside the halls of Tarsus?
No, it doesn't look like they are with them.
Any
You'd guess
evidence
they
of,
you'd guess they probably ran because there's no
Gotcha.
blood there. If
Okay.
they were killed, they would probably be like cut up and just left there.
And Rhea would kind of check around and look at all the tracks. That's what the survival roll was for. Because I thought that you had said that she thought there might be 7 of the small skeletons. So I just want to make sure there weren't any indications that any of the group split off from this group we found.
No, you may have just been off by a little. Looks like
Okay.
they're all here.
Okay.
So
In
yeah,
the north,
yes,
I'm walking up there. I see, what is this, like a cave-in?
yeah, it's caved-in tunnel.
Can I see any way through it?
I mean, there's probably a way around. This is just a random area of the tunnels.
I would say we should return to the halls then. If we don't think anything else has wandered out yet, we should continue our mission there.
Well, what if there's something in here? We can find treasure.
Well, we don't want to risk any more undead wandering out, do we?
Ophelia, since when have you been motivated
Treasure
by
over
treasure? I
protecting.
would expect Elric
We've protected.
to mention the treasure part, but
Running a church isn't cheap, Clank.
What can I say? She beat
Right,
me
but
to it.
when there's foul undead
maybe she's
that
learning
are
from you.
that are perhaps threatening the town.
Well, when you put it like that, that's clear what we gotta go do.
Alright, so I assume you're leaving the area. Just delete your tokens.
I want to look up any of the alleyways and see if there's treasure, though.
I mean, you
I'm
can
assuming that
search.
this is just
you
a
can
random
search
map
the
you grabbed,
area.
right, Lou?
Yeah, this is a random section of the tunnels, but I mean, you can search the area if you want. It'll just take some time. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna find something. Did I just freeze up? I think I froze up. But we are actually at the end here. So why don't we do MVP votes? There's a lot of shenanigans today with
It really was.
stakeouts and
It was
fireballs.
It was fun.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we've had a goof session like that personally. Although if we have, I don't remember.
It's been a while. Sometimes it happens, but yeah, you're right. It has. I think it has been a while.
But sometimes, I don't know. I think sometimes you need a goof session because if everything stays serious and intense, then you know what.
Are we ever really all that serious and intense, though?
Sometimes we sleep in
Occasionally.
tents.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
say occasionally
Occasional intensity.
when the mood calls for it, like when Alduin
Alright.
died.
So with 3
That was-
votes,
that was-
Alwyn, you are the MVP.
Yay!
Ah, thanks.
Good job getting drunk, bud.
Good job getting
Good
hammered.
job getting your stakeout ruined and then getting drunk.
You leaned into
This is
it.
You
bullshit.
did a
I
lot
choose to
this session,
drink.
man. I'm proud of you.
You dealt with your problems with alcohol, and we're proud of that.
We support that.
We support it.
No.
Oh, that's terrible.
I was just.
There goes my
I'm like, dude,
sponsors.
you played just the character very, very well this session.
Well, thank you.
Oh, Interesting. Well, good game, everybody.